Hey, hey, hey. All right, we're on. I don't know what happened to the music. I thought it was programmed. Maybe it's only on Eric's. He's not here right now. I'm left running the board. I don't know what's going on. Welcome. Let's get the band to play. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that sounds like the Krug show, doesn't it? That just pushed what was on there. All right.
Should I imitate him?
Welcome to Pig in a Pickle.
No, he does that little "Welcome to Pig and a Pickle." He lowers his voice.
Welcome to Pig and a Pickle. Hey, everybody. Welcome. NorCal Sports. Eric will be joining us shortly. He had a little run to the vet emergency. Cat is fine. Eric's fine. He's going to grab something to eat, and he'll join us in 15 minutes or so. But we've got here the great Los De La Fuente, better known as Tito Fuentes.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that. I'll take Tito. Little Tito.
Tito, do you remember how he used to hit the bat every time he'd come up? He'd chop it and it would flip over. I love that. He just boing and the bat would flip over and he'd catch it. I love the flair of the Latin players. I'm watching Matos out there today in center field. I love how he's just kind of, I don't know, just nonchalantly when he's got a routine fly and he puts a little flair into it and just puts a little.
Nowadays, they call that swag.
Yeah, swag, yeah.
The team has some swag that it did not have before, and we all know why.
Yeah, give it to us, Lowe's. Let's hear. Well, I got home late. I'm eating a little bit of Panda Express here. Got some chow mein. I'm pretty hungry tonight.
Go ahead, knock yourself out.
But what a game today! 14-4. Luis Matos drives in 6 runs after driving in 5 last night, and he has, I believe he's got 17 or 18 RBIs, something of that nature.
I don't know, when we look it up and we see where he is on the team totals for RBIs and the at-bats that he has.
He's got like 25 at-bats and he has 17 RBIs.
What have we been talking about all year long about driving guys in, whether it's with base hits or sac flies and not necessarily relying on the Earl Weaver 3-run homer? We needed situational clutch hitting, and we're getting that now. And we also said last week, or maybe it was a couple weeks ago, hitting is contagious. Did we not say that?
Yep.
So Chapman is all of a sudden now hitting the ball the other way. He got a couple hits to right field. Soler starting. I really don't know about him being in the leadoff spot, but whatever. But hitting is contagious, and so is energy. And all year and last year, we've talked about young guys bringing energy to the team and how the clubhouse would be, motivated to come to the park the next day and the next day and the next day. And let's be real, they're playing Colorado, who I know was hot and won 7 straight games, but they don't have a good pitching staff. So
terrible pitching.
Yeah. Baseball, we need to be grounded. We can't get too high. We can't get too low.
Right.
But the writing's on the wall. The team is hitting up and down the lineup. And I don't think there's too many fans out there now that have seen what we've seen in the last week that want to go back to Ahmed and Slater possibly in the lineup. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. I'll let you give your kind of summary of the game, and I'll kind of bring up a little bit of not so great news that I heard from Bob Melvin and let people just, decide.
Yeah, chew on that. We'll have to definitely maybe wait till Eric's on there and he can maybe pull that up. Is that was that on Twitter
or? It was on YouTube. But I'm sure it's on Twitter, on San Francisco Giants Twitter. It's about 2 minutes into his press conference.
All right. We'll get into that here in about 10, 15 minutes, guys. Well, here it is, guys. This team, yes, it's the Rockies, but they are playing better ball. There's a lot of things to go over. Matos, another home run robbery today, not quite as dramatic as the one against the Dodgers, but it looked like it was going to get out of here. I actually put on Twitter, you better do something with that chain link fence out there, because that little padded down below the knees is, and the padding at the top, that combination is going to end up killing somebody out there. I mean, I'm surprised Matos didn't tear his knee up on the one against the Dodgers. One more little twist, and he was going to tear every knee ligament he had. He is very fortunate he didn't get an ACL plus a MCL and whatever. That was fortunate. You know, my I don't know what the ideal solution is. I threw out, why not? You know, I know you want the bullpens. Why not a clear plexiglass? You know, something that's got some give, but it's got a little bit of because that's like a 7-foot wall there. It looks like. If you had clear plexiglass that had give to it, you know, either that or you just gotta make the guys over the bullpen, let it build it up so they can see over it.
I got a good idea. Let's make it Wrigley Field West. But instead of putting grass on the wall, it is San Francisco. We put cannabis on the wall. Can you imagine guys running into the wall and then all of a sudden coming back and crazy thought. Yeah, I mean, kind of the first time I've really seen any issues with.
Plexiglass works for hockey, right?
Yeah, that could work.
I mean, yeah, you just bang into it, or make the bottom part solid, but then plexiglass. But you can't have a little step there. I think the real problem is the chain link, because it's easy to get your foot stuck in it.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that has a hole in it while you're jumping with a spike is not ideal, right? So
I don't know if anybody else has picked up on this, but we've also mentioned this. We cover a lot here. We cover a lot of different angles in the game behind the game, so to speak. But is anybody kind of catching that? We've kind of talked about the Giants, maybe, I don't know, in the minors, and maybe they do it up at the big league level, that they have this, again, Moneyball philosophy of taking pitches. Yes. We need to take pitches because we need to get the starter out. Is anybody noticing that the young guys, when men are on base, they're not waiting around? Again, for those of us that played baseball, again, no disrespect to the people that didn't, but for those of us that did play the game, Dan, what is oftentimes the best pitch you're going to get to hit? First pitch. How many out there, raise your hand, have watched the Giants this year? Second and third, man at third. Fastball right down the middle, taken. And when you're behind in the count, your batting averages go down. Now, that's an analytic and a statistic that doesn't lie. You're a better hitter when you're 2-1, 1-0 than you are 0-1, 0-2. So far too many times. And it's not just the Giants. And honestly, I see it across baseball. But really, I mean, Giants are our team. That's who we watch. I've seen them far too many times with men in scoring position, which is how you win games. But bottom line, we could talk about, we could talk about bat speed and exit velocity and all this crap and statistics that they have nowadays. But the bottom line is, are you going to score more runs than your opponent? And the Giants have done a very poor job for the last 2 years, last year and leading up until the last week of this year, of hitting with runners in scoring position. If their batting average would come up, I would venture to say they would be hitting under 200. But the young guys are not waiting around. If that pitch is there, curve or fastball, they're swinging at it. They're being aggressive. And I know aggressive doesn't work all the time, but with runners in scoring position, I like guys that when they see that pitch to hit, do something with it. And Matos, Ramos, and even Luciano have done that. So that's really good to see.
You look at the RBIs right now, the RBI leaders for the Giants. Estrada, 26, Chapman and Conforto with 20 each, Matos, 17. 17 and like 25, 26 at bats.
Crazy.
And these other guys, how many at bats for Chapman? 150?
How many RBIs is he?
20. I'm guessing. I don't even know how many at bats he has. I'm just throwing out a wild number there and just looking, but I can look up.
That's pretty damn loud. That's pretty damn loud. Now, again, here's a little bit of my concern still moving forward, because I've seen it on social media. I've seen it in here.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got 178 at bats.
Yeah. I've seen it all over that people are saying, oh, there's no way they're going down now. There's no way. And I fire back and I go, I don't know. I still don't trust this front office. We'll wait till Eric gets in to kind of go over the whole Melvin comment that he made today that I caught. But if the Giants have a philosophy of doing things, and you got these young guys that are not doing this philosophy, even if it's resulting in winning baseball, are they okay with that? That's what we need to ask. And when guys start coming back, we're going to get proof if they're okay with it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like the team philosophy. Take pitches, work the count. And if these guys are not doing that, yeah, they're winning games and they're hitting and they're driving in runs. But like when the cameras are off and they're in the clubhouse, I swear, if they're coming up to these guys and saying, you need to take at least 3 pitches in that bat, if that is happening, oh my God, like a lot of people are going to go through the roof, because winning is winning. Winning is winning.
And I know a lot of people are talking about it's Colorado and, guys are feasting on their pitching. But let's just take a look at Ramos and Matos against the Dodgers. Monday night, Matos, 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Ramos, 2 for 4. Tuesday night against the Dodgers, the night they lost 10-2. Ramos, 1 for 4. Matos, 2 for 4. Wednesday night, the game they won 4-1. Matos, 1 for 4. Ramos, 1 for 4. And they drove in the only 2 runs of the game the night before when they lost 10-2. And on the 4-1 night, both Matos and Ramos 1 for 4 with RBIs. So it's not like these guys. I mean, the Dodgers are probably the best team in baseball. Matos and Ramos, along with Luciano, who you and I have been saying, get up here.
Yep.
If they send these, look, baseball's a streaky game.
Very.
I told you guys Matt Chapman would have a streak this year when he gets hot for 1 to 2 weeks. I think he's in that streak right now. He's hit 3 hits last night, 4 tonight. He's seeing the ball well. He's hitting it hard. That's going to happen. He's now at 236 after today's game. He raised his average nearly 36 points the last couple games. I venture to say that he will maybe stay hot for a few more games, maybe even up to 2 weeks. But he will fall down, and I am telling you, I believe Chapman will hit 220 to 240 when it's all said and done. That being said, if he hits closer to 240 and plays, gold glove defense, and the other guys are still here doing their job, you can live with it. Will Martinez, Bryce Eldridge with a grand slam and 6 RBIs tonight too. He reminds me a lot of Cody Bellinger. Cool. You know what? I really think, and here's the thing about Luciano, why I like Luciano over Ahmed. You saw his power today. 1 off the right field wall for a double, and then 1 into left center field gap for a double. Doubles are big. Ahmed is a dinker, okay? He's a dinker and a doinker. He's going to get you some. He'll get an occasional double, but he doesn't have power. Power is not just hitting the long ball, guys. It's hitting the ball into the gaps with authority. You don't have to always hit a home run. Doubles to the gaps and off the walls are fine because, as Los has said, we've all said hitting's contagious. You get guys starting hitting, and as you mentioned, Los, that first pitch, the best pitch you're probably going to see is the first pitch and a 3-0 pitch. Those are the pitches, and 3-0, sometimes you swing and sometimes you don't. It's situational. If the guy's been really, really wild and he's walking people left and right, you might want to take the 3-0 pitch. But if you're down a run and nobody's on base, or you're down a cup, you got one on, you might want to take a shot at it. It's situational.
When you have a guy at third and less than 2 outs, and especially when you have a guy on the mound that has the capability of striking you out, and let's face it, that's 80% of pitching nowadays. Everybody throws hard. You don't want to let it get to 2 strikes,
right?
Because they have like 3 different ways to strike you out. You don't want to let it get to 2 strikes. So, if that first pitch is there and that run is there, you just have to do it. That's just baseball. Let individuals hit the way they want to hit. I think when you start tinkering too much with people's heads and their philosophies and, oh no, this is what you should do, you're just messing with guys' natural overall talent. And the difference between Ahmed and Luciano is nobody on the opposing side is fearful of Ahmed's at bats. No. If you make a hanging slider mistake to Ahmed, it's going to be a single to left field. If you make a mistake to Luciano over the plate and it's a hanging slider, it's a bomb. It could be a bomb. I mean, his power is ridiculous. It just needs at bats. He needs to see major league pitching. And it's all about adjustments. I mean, I'm talking about swinging at the first pitch. You don't think the scouts, there are other teams that use scouts. I know the Giants are not really crazy about that, but the next team the Giants are playing and the teams after that, you don't think that they're going to see that these young guys like to hit first pitches? They're going to make adjustments. They're going to start throwing them. They're going to start throwing change-ups and curves on the first pitch. They're probably going to not be ready for it and take it. Baseball is counter. It's never ending. It is never ending.
Game to game, inning to inning.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pitch to pitch. Yeah, it really is. And we welcome in Eric back from assignment with his cat.
Yeah. How about that, huh?
Yeah. So cat's okay, right?
Yeah, cat's fine.
All right.
Man, I love the hat. Finally, Eric with a hat.
Woo!
Remember I asked him that like a couple of weeks back. How many times have you wore a hat on this show? I think he said 3.
Exactly. Yep.
Ooh, we're up to 4 and 5.
Our forces
last
weekend,
night
so
he had
gotta
it
go
on
with
too,
it.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's clean. I like that.
So
okay, real quick. Plexiglass in the outfield.
Oh, you bringing that up already?
Plexiglass in the I was thinking about myself. I was like, the hockey players got pads on. They got pads on. How about just a padded wall? I don't give a crap about the bullpen, whether they can watch the game or not. Get taller chairs or something, right? Get taller chairs.
Something's got to give.
Hey, how about this? I put this out on Twitter a little bit earlier. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Here we go. Let's go, man.
I dig it.
Nice.
We need to come up with a nickname for them on this show. And no, the Three Amigos is too easy. Need to come up with something other than that.
We can't call them Ratos or Mamos because that's just 2 of them. We got them. Lou.
You could go Walt Disney, the Three Caballeros.
There you go. Come on, chat. Come up with some nicknames for the three guys.
This is so as we look at this, there's a lot of things, as Los talked about, adjustments. But playing, there's no substitute for playing and learning through your mistakes. Today, let me give you an example. I'm sure some of you guys astutely caught this when you were watching the game. Do you remember, I think it was the 7th or 8th inning, there was a ground ball to Estrada, flipped it to Luciano, and Luciano dragged his foot on the bag, and they actually reviewed it to see if he kept his foot on the bag. Did you guys see that?
I didn't see that.
I missed that.
He drug his foot. He was pulling his foot off just as he caught it, and they reviewed it and said the play stood. Had they called him safe, it probably would have stood, but they called him out, so it stood. It was so close. The next time it happened, 1 to 2 innings later, I can't remember what it was, they had an actual double play. Luciano kept his foot on the bag for probably 4 times longer than he did the first time. It was like, I'm not moving my foot off this bag. I'm making sure that I've got the ball in my glove while my foot's on the bag. That, to me, is learning from your mistakes. That's how guys get better. That's what you have to do. You can't. Please send the link to Giovanni to phone in.
Yeah, bring him in.
Is Giovanni out there tonight?
Is he out there?
Giovanni, you out there tonight? I haven't seen him, but I haven't been looking.
He said he was going to come on tonight, and he said his word is good as gold. That's what he said.
Okay. When he shows up, we'll get him the link. So I really, Luciano, Matos, Ramos, they're going to have their struggles, okay? They're going to have their 0 for 18. That'll happen, okay?
For sure.
Happens to everybody. And when it happens, I don't want to hear, oh, they're not ready for prime time. They can't. Look, Matos has a very quick bat, and he hits the ball hard. And I'll say this about the kid. He knows he belongs. You can tell. And I think some of his struggles were like, he was just down. Some people, when you do everything the organization tells you to do, beef up, off season, we want to see you beef up and, come here, show us that you got some power, that you got some stamina, that you're going to be able to withstand a season. And then he outperforms Yaz, and Luciano gets hurt and then loses his job to Ahmed. But Yaz is hurt, but he doesn't lose his job, and Matos outperforms him, and he gets sent down. And by the way, Ramos was sent down halfway through spring training. They didn't even give him a fair shot at making the team.
True.
There's been just a lot of reports from different sources, and I'm sorry, but where there's smoke, there's fire, that has consistently said the team just doesn't like Ramos.
It's crazy. Who's the guy they picked up today from the Orioles? What's his name again?
I don't know. Who cares? Who cares?
Isn't he, chat? I heard this guy's out of options. Does that mean he has to be placed on the
Talking about Kowser?
No. They got some guy. Does he have to be on the 26? Is he out of minor league options? Ryan McKenna.
I have no idea.
help us out, Chad. Is he out of options, or can he go to Sacramento? I don't know. I do know Marty Lurie posted something.
Yeah, did you see? Marty wasn't happy.
He said something about just play the kids.
Just play the kids. You're trying to do. He said, Marty Lurie, this is what he said. He started off with trying to do lightning in the baller again. How about we just play the kids? Something to that effect.
Way to go, Marty.
Yep.
27-year-old pre-arbitration Farhan being Farhan, says Grand Admiral.
If he's pre-arb, he should have options, right?
I don't know. It depends on how many. I mean, Bart was out of options, right? Ramos is out of options this year.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
McKenna is out of options. So does that mean he has to be on the 26-man roster?
Unless he accepts.
Accepts a minor league assignment?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe because he was waived. Was he waived? Yeah, he was waived. So maybe when you get waived, I don't know how those funky rules.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, if comes out. Oh gosh, if he's out on the team, you know who's going down. It's going to be Fitzgerald. No, or Wisely. One of the two, probably Wisely. Those guys. So Conforto, let's say Conforto and Ahmed are ready to come back.
What do you do?
I think Wisely and Fitzgerald go down.
Then what do you do with this McKenna guy?
Who knows? I don't know.
They're running out of room.
I don't know.
If they do commit to Matos and Ramos in the lineup every day, who's that third outfielder? Is it going to be Conforto? Is it going to be Yaz?
Yeah, that's the question. They better not start platooning Ramos and Yaz.
I see that coming.
I could see that's the most likely scenario I see is Ramos being platooned with Yaz and occasionally for Conforto. And maybe Ramos gets 4 games a week.
Maybe the Giants have seen something that they're not used to seeing, which is right-handed hitters actually being able to hit right-handed pitching. And we don't need to platoon. You know, they're not used to that. They're just used to their system and they're used to doing it this way. But I'm sorry, but if right-handed guys who should be hitting right-handed pitchers, that's the majority of them in the leagues all throughout the minors and leading to the majors. If you got a couple guys that are doing that successfully, then you don't need to platoon them. You need to give them a day off here and there, but you don't need to platoon them. So it's going to be interesting. Conforto is going to give you better offense, and Yaz is going to give you better defense. So I'm kind of leaning towards keeping Matos, Ramos, and Conforto as your starting outfielder, and maybe Yaz coming in for defensive situations and then getting spot starts.
Yeah, I think that's perfect for him. Make him the 4th outfielder. I mean, let's take a look at his average right now. He is hitting Mike Yastrzemski is hitting 225, while Luis Matos is hitting 385 with 1116 OPS, and Elliot Ramos is hitting 385. No, that's Matos. 385, 1116. Ramos 297, 728.
What's the Matos versus Yaz RBIs and at bats?
Okay. Matos has 25 or 26 at bats, 17 RBIs, and
did you hear he broke a record? He broke High Pockets Kelly's record of 1921. How about that?
RBIs. Yaz has 14 RBIs to Ramos's 17 RBIs. And Yaz has, what did he do today? How many appearance bats? 4, Eric?
I have to look. I was busy putting that movie together. I missed a lot of it.
107.
Let me take a look.
107 plus today's at bats, 111. 111. So he's got about 75 more at bats.
And 3 less RBIs.
No, not 75, 85. 85 more at bats. And 3 less RBIs.
RBIs wins games. And before you guys say that it's only against Colorado, Yaz played Colorado in Colorado, which is a hitter's ballpark. I didn't see him racking up RBIs in Colorado. I didn't see hardly anybody hit that much in Colorado.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you could skew the numbers a little bit, but it's still a major league team. But the important thing is that they did it.
Yeah,
this is the team you do it against, right? You shouldn't look overmatched with a team like Colorado. But you also got to give them credit. Remember, Colorado came into San Francisco with a 7-game winning streak. So it's not like they were coming in.
Hey, they whipped up on San Diego and the world champs.
Right. They were coming in high.
Rangers.
They were coming in high, and the Giants smacked them down these last 2 games.
You know, it was good to see Bailey signing some autographs today and looking a little bit sharper. Hope he makes a full recovery. You get Bailey in there and Conforto with some pop. Yaz as a 4th outfielder. Imagine you have Yaz and Flores on your bench for, situationals.
It's a better team.
It's a much better team.
It is an exciting, better team.
Hey,
who's been saying that?
They have more power. They have more speed. They have more energy.
And you know what? And
Chapman looks energized.
Oh, he does.
Yes, he does.
Have you noticed his approach is a little bit different?
Yes,
he's actually going with he's not trying to yank that ball over to the left field wall. He's just going with the pitch now.
Right.
Which
going the
is
opposite
what you want to see.
Which is great for that ballpark. Yeah, I love it.
And more importantly, they're getting hits with runners in scoring position with the young guys.
Yeah. And let's remember, Matos took Yamamoto deep, who's a damn good pitcher. Now, he laid a fat curveball over the middle of the plate, but you know what?
First pitch.
First pitch. A curve, not a fastball. A curve. Hanger. You know how many Giants hitters I've seen look at fat pitches on the first pitch and do nothing with it? He was like, oh, you're giving me this.
Can we play anything? Oh, we can't play anything off of the Twitter, even though it's highlighted the game, right?
We might. We've been getting away with it the last few days.
Okay, pull up my Twitter. Let's take a look at Matos's. Let's take a look at Matos's bat and Luciano's at bats.
All right. There's another Twitter. I already got something ready, but we'll look at this later.
You know what was great was Luciano's double off the wall. Kruko just said, he can go to right field, especially with 2 strikes. Boom, next pitch, right off the wall in right field.
Which one do you want to look at?
Well, I got one that says Luciano. Kruk is I got a couple of Matos and Luciano there.
I see Luciano. I see the catch from Matos.
And there's a blast by Matos too.
That's what I'm looking at. That's the one. Okay, got it. Here we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Luis Matos.
I'm gonna go back
into left center field.
Bam! We'll watch it go to the wall, and then I'll kill it. Look at that, right in the gap. And look at him go.
Yeah, Chapman's flying.
Yep. And he got a stolen base today, too, didn't he?
Yeah. Now, let's see Luciano's. Can we play the volume on that one?
I don't know about that because that's –
okay.
There it is.
No, not that. Okay, there's another one.
That's his double, split the gap.
He's got the other double that I put on there off the wall.
That's the catch. That's Matos, man. God, he just crushes it, man. Are you sure you got one?
He hits mistakes.
Luciano.
Mistakes loud.
Here we go. The volume on this was great, but I don't know if we can do it or not.
That one you might get hammered on. Boof. Oh, opposite field even. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yep, right off the wall.
Can Ahmed reach right field, opposite field?
No.
There you go.
No.
There's a difference.
No.
He's a threat. He is a threat in that lineup. Now all of a sudden the Giants have a lineup that
it's much
the
deeper.
Opposing pitcher and the opposing team won't laugh at 3 hours before the game.
Yeah, guys, I'm excited again as a Giants fan. Even though this is by default that they didn't get called up on merit, they got called up from injury. And Lowe said it on this show, and Eric said it on this show. They're not getting called up unless there's an injury. They're just not. And right there, and what's happening should be reason that the ownership should say, how do we trust this guy to lead us, that he can't see the talent difference between Ramos, Matos, and Luciano versus Ahmed, Slater, and whoever's out. I mean, look, I like Jung-Hoo Lee. All right. I think Lee's a good ball player, but Matos, who would you rather have at the plate?
Right.
Matos has some pop.
He does.
He has some pop. And he hits the ball. I mean, Lee occasionally gets it, but ideally you have all three of these guys next year, opening day. You have Ramos in left or in right, I'm sorry. Lee in center and Matos in left. That should be your outfield. That should be your outfield for as long as Lee is here. Every one of those guys right now is 25 or younger. You remember the Expos with Valentine, Dawson, and Cromartie?
Yep.
All young guys, right? And were they fun to watch? We don't really know what Ramos really does over a full season. I think he'd be pretty good. I really do. I think he's hungry. I'm pretty sure Matos is going to be an all-star someday.
And you know what? We're not saying that these guys are going to grow up to be Hall of Famers. It's just give them the shot. That's what we've been saying this whole time.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose, right?
Yeah.
And look at some of the quotes. Bob Melvin, it's like a player of the week kind of stuff that's going on right now. Talking about Luis Matos. Matt Chapman, I'm just trying to get on base for him. That's Matt Chapman saying that. Kyle Harrison, this guy's a gamer. He's been a spark. It's been great. It's been great vibes here.
Who are we talking about? Is this about Matos?
Yeah. This is about Matos. This is
everybody's pumped up. The team is pumped up. There's a difference. There's a big doggone difference. And I'm just,
and it's something that Slater or Yaz,
they don't have it.
They don't bring it. Yeah.
You know what? It's not anything wrong with those guys per se. It's not their fault they don't have it. It's Farhan's for thinking they have it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. It's extending them and giving them contracts when nobody else in baseball would have. It's leading them to believe that they're still relevant players. And Yaz is still a good player, but Slater, quite frankly, is not.
He's not.
He is not.
Yeah,
He's had years of being like this.
Yeah.
And he's still kept on this roster. If you got nothing else, then yeah, you got a roster spot. Fine. If your talent is that depleted and you suck, yeah, okay, you can make a little money and play here and pinch it against lefties and play center once in a while. But when you have talent and it shows, not at Sacramento, now it's shown on the big league level for everybody to see. And this is what Farhan did not want. He didn't want these young guys because now they're doing it, and now he really can't.
No, and he did not want to play him in San Diego when Yaz went on paternity
we talked about that.
He did, because what do you guys think would have happened if Matos played games 2, 3, and 4 in San Diego to start the season? He got one game on the last day because
Flores got hurt.
Yeah. So they had to make a move, and he wasn't, he went 0 for 4. But imagine if he would have played games 2, 3, and 4 when Yaz was on paternity leave, and he had those 3 games these past 3 games that he's had, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday today. Imagine if he had those 3 games. What do you think the Giants, Farhan would have been, what Farhan would have been pulling out of his pants? I mean, come on. Let's get real, people.
That did not sound too good.
I mean, he would.
Yeah.
That didn't sound too good, did it? Yeah. Pulling out, as you should have said.
You don't know. Dan.
Yeah, that one didn't go. That slip, man. I meant he would have been pulling a turd out of his pants.
He'd be letting loose. How about that? There we go.
A large one at that.
He's not pulling anything.
We don't want to know that. We don't want to see that, man.
Oh man.
The other thing
Wow.
the other thing we've never talked about this too, and I think it should be brought up is I'd love to see these three guys stick together. Luciano's, Matos, and Ramos. They're three young Hispanic players. They're probably all single.
And they all came up together.
Yeah, and you know what? They have a comfort. And Soler is an older Latino player, so they can kind of grow together. This is what the Giants have done over the decades: is have young talent, not just one guy come up, but a few of them come up, and they grow together. And that is freaking exciting. So I would hate to have them break it up and send one guy down or two guys down. Let them all stay up. They are the future, or at least we want to see if they are our future, and let's ride this out.
Hey, look where they were in the order today, Los. Look where they were in the order. They actually had
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7. And and they actually put Liaz down because they were facing a lefty, moved him down. The thing I love about Matos, and this is what really irritated me for the stat heads and the geeks out, the Farhan, the numbers crunchers. Oh, he's really struggling in the minors. Oh, look at he's not ready. He's hitting 213 down in Sacramento.
Oh, we rebuffed that a few times.
It's
because we talked about this side of the game.
Yeah.
This
side, yeah. You know what, guys? This is a bigger part of the game than the physical. It really is. It really is, especially at this level. Guys who you can see that Ramos and Matos are playing with we're not going back down. You send us back down. I'll tell you what, Slater comes back and one of those guys goes down, there's going to be an uproar in the Bay Area. I mean, Shasky, even Willard will go nuts. People will go nuts. And you know what? Go ahead, Farhan, try it. It might just be your undoing. It just might be your undoing.
And you know what's crazy? And Dan, you kind of put a tweet about this out there. Look how much money they spent on guys they really didn't need when you could have spent money on guys you could have used. You had 3 guys who could have contributed to this club without paying them much, right? You could have gone after not only Snell, but you could have got Imanaga. The guy is having an incredible year.
Yeah, you could have had Imanaga.
He didn't get a win today, though, pissing me off. But the dude is going out there and freaking dealing, man. Dealing.
You could have had Imanaga.
He's nasty.
You could have had Hoskins. You didn't need to.
You didn't need Slater.
You didn't need Slater and Yaz. If you knew what Wade was, and you believed Wade was an everyday player, you could have kept him in right, but it would have ended up blocking Ramos and Matos. But see, one of them. But see, you got to start actually making some trades. You got to actually, I don't know what they're going to do, whether they're going to make any trades at this point, but they got to start getting guys that are top prospects.
A
guy who's probably not going to get a whole lot of starts or at bats anymore is Flores.
That's another guy. He ain't cutting it.
But on another team, he's still a good hitter. He's still a professional hitter, and he's
still a good hitter. Yeah,
he could be useful somewhere else. But on this team, if they're going to go the young route, and hey guys, I mean, let's be real. We're talking about the chemistry now with these 3. You don't think they're competing against each other? You don't think they're coming back in the dugout and mira esta pelota, no puedes hacerlo. They're talking Spanish to each other. They're saying, "Oh, did you see that? You can't do that." They're talking shit to each other, and that's good. Competition is good. So let that good vibes keep it rolling. But we should talk about what Melvin said.
Matos is just coming back to the dugout. He's like, "Hey, dos more. Hey, 5 today. 5 comes back today. Hey, Elliot. Hey, 7. 6.
Deep down inside, Luciano really just got up and he's just had a couple games under his belt. But you know those other two guys. I mean, young Latinos that have that fire in them. You know they want to say something in the interviews.
Hey.
Oh, I'm just flashing back to when I was young. I'm flashing back to when I was young, and I had I can talk about it
Yeah,
a little bit down the road.
I missed it, Adam.
Yeah,
that's it.
Definitely. But
Six,
you wanna talk shit back for sure. Yeah.
You know
they
this
want
may
to
be
say something.
but this may not be anything. You think it's a coincidence that they're pouring it on after what Melvin had to say in that post game? Remember that?
Ooh.
Remember
Maybe
that?
those three Latin guys say, hey, let's go.
Maybe that's bulletin board stuff for them and said they're talking to each other. Say, hey, look what our skipper's saying.
Well, he said something again today that was not that great.
Good segue. Pull it up.
He said something else?
Yes.
Where can we pull it up, Eric? Go look under the Giants.
Today's Giants, Melvin's post-game conference. It's about a minute 50 into his post-game conference. He said something. He said something that it wasn't bad, but it wasn't exactly great for them being up here.
Okay, what did he say again? Or win it?
About a minute 50.
It was longer than a minute 50, though, right?
No, well, on YouTube, I saw it was like 13 minutes long. It was Melvin, and then it was it Harrison that pitched today?
Yeah.
And then Matos. Harrison, and then Chapman, and then Matos spoke. But Melvin spoke first for about 5 minutes, and it was about a minute 50 into. He got a question, and he answered it.
Was it today or was it yesterday?
It was today.
I'm not seeing anything from today.
I mean,
maybe NBC Sports Bay Area. Hold on.
Definitely on YouTube. It would probably be on SF Giants Twitter.
I'm looking.
But I can paraphrase what he said if you want, and then you can find it. He was asked about the young guys, and he said, hey, we're having some guys that are getting playing time with guys injured, and they're running with it, and they're doing all real well. And then he threw in a but. We got some guys coming back that we're excited about, and we'll just see what happens in the interim. He used the word interim. If you know what interim means, that means temporary. That means for now. Wow. That means if these guys have an 0 for 4 or an 0 for 8, we're bringing back our heroes, Slater and Ahmed. Now, it may not mean that at all. Maybe I'm completely misreading it. But he used the word interim, and it was like he couldn't just give the young guys compliments and leave it at that. No, he had to finish the sentence, but we're excited about some guys coming back. And he didn't name them. He didn't name which guys. He said, we're excited about guys coming back, and we'll just deal with what we have to in the interim. Interim, I hated the use of that word, and I hope it means nothing, but I caught it, and I'm sharing it now with all of us. If you can find it, you can.
I looked on YouTube. I couldn't find it or not on YouTube, on Twitter.
It's definitely on YouTube. Just type in. I don't think you can play that, but
that's the problem. Yeah.
Just type in Bob Melvin, and you'll see it. It's about. 14.
I wonder if it's on the website. Hold on.
It's about
maybe
14.
It's on the NBC Sports Bay Area website.
Now, if Bob Melvin himself really thinks that, then he's what I thought he was. Remember, I was not for him being hired back. If those are his thoughts and his words. Now, if he's speaking for Farhan, then I really don't like him, because it's like, you're the manager, have your own cojones and nuts to be able to see, hey, no, I'm not going back to those guys. These guys are, look at all the runs we've been scoring lately. We haven't done that all year. Are you kidding? I like this kind of baseball. I'm not stressing out. For the sake of my health as a manager, I like scoring runs and winning games. To hell with who you like. But I doubt that happens. So, yeah, if you can find it, I'm sure the chat will look for it. It's, like I said, about a minute 50, 2 minutes into his press conference. And he used the word interim. Wasn't crazy about that. But we'll see.
Here's what you've been saying all year, Los.
I can't find it.
Farhan does the lineups. Melvin knows he has no say on lineups.
I said that from week 1.
Yeah.
Clearly, I said it. You guys believe me now? I mean, Bob Melvin is not controlling this lineup, man. Soler leading off. If Farhan wants to manage, why doesn't he just damn manage? You know?
Because he knows the I don't know. Gosh.
You know, and Eldridge and Bishop are coming. They're coming fast.
Who'd you say? Eldridge?
Yeah. Eldridge may be up quicker than we think.
Yeah, JTF.
He could be up in 2 years.
I like this swing.
And Eldridge
Off a lefty. Wait a minute.
right field, back
He didn't
up Aiden
platoon him?
Smith near the
No.
track. He's going to watch this one sail
Wait a
out
minute.
here.
They're going against
It's
the
a grand slam
organizational.
home run for Bryce Eldridge.
6 RBIs, grand slam.
San Jose all over
10-game hitting
Modesto.
streak.
And the main culprit
that
is
again?
number 2 memories here at JTF.
Off a lefty.
Off a lefty.
8-1.
That was a hanging slider.
Deep right field, backing up Aiden Smith near the track. He's going to watch this one sail out of here. It's a grand slam home memories here at
Is
JTF.
this a visiting announcer? Because this guy is pretty
8-1.
dry.
And Eldridge flies this one deep right.
There we go.
So we haven't found the one on Melvin yet, huh? I wonder
No.
if it's on.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, there it is. Will B just sent it in our group text. It's YouTube, though. I don't want to play that.
No. Everybody watch it after the show or tomorrow, whatever. I mean, you make of it what you want to make of it. But I didn't like how he just, like, everybody was feeling good and talking good about the young guys. And he did say some nice things, but he had to throw in. But we got some guys we're excited to get back. And we'll just deal with this for the interim.
Your team to respond to that with 3 straight wins, a win against the Dodgers.
I can hear that, Dan.
Performances.
Oh,
Chardol getting a little spicy. Hey, Dan, you're muted.
oh, I'll be right back. I got to take care of something here.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're all juiced over a couple of games. And again,
Look, it's the imposter Giovanni. Come on, man. Where's Giovanni? Come on.
Who's on the Giants schedule after this Colorado series, Eric?
They go to Pittsburgh.
They go to Pittsburgh. Ooh,
They're going to face Paul Skeens.
Oh, he's filthy.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be the
don't-
Yankees going against them, and they're going to have a tough time against Skeens.
I'd tell you what, if Matos or Ramos or Luciano take that guy deep,
Oh, that's going to be something.
I mean, because
That's going to be tough, though. That
yeah,
guy
it is gonna be
wing
tough.
it, man.
He's filthy, but he supplies a lot of power, and if they get a hold of one, man, yeah, Skeens is filthy. Did anybody pick him up in the league?
Yeah, Senior has him. He picked him
Senior?
up right off the rip.
Who's in first right now? Is it still Vince?
Vince.
Vince, wow, wire to wire.
Yeah, he's sitting at 97 points.
Have you got any trade requests for Imanaga?
Did I? I think I might have. I might have. I denied that. I was like, I ain't give him. Yeah, I think maybe 1 or 2.
Damn, man, I've got hitters down and injured. Like, I'm very tempted to pick up Matos, but I don't want to jinx it. Like, if you're on my team, you don't hit, and I want him to keep hitting.
Speaking of which, did he even play him today? Hold on.
Play who?
Matos. I hope he played him.
Oh, somebody picked him up.
Yeah, I know who it is, too. I don't know if I should call him out or.
I bet he's on the bench.
No, he played him. Good for him.
Nice. Good job.
He has Ramos, Matos, and Luciano. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Mitchell and Ness, that very well may happen. They may veterans are going to struggle against better teams. That's a no-brainer. It's going to happen. We're not,
But you got to be able to do something.
Like Eric said 20 minutes ago. We're not calling these guys all-stars. We're just juiced because they're being given a chance. That's all we've asked for. We didn't say that, they're going to be these elite great players. but give them the chance to do so. And the veterans have been given year after year opportunities to do so. And quite a few of them have not come through. So that's all we're asking for.
Yep.
Give it a long leash, get a couple months, 3 months, let them go through their ups and downs like any baseball professional is going to be. There's going to be adjustments. Like I said, they're going to notice that these guys like to swing at the first pitch. So they're going to throw sliders in the dirt. Are you going to chase it or are you going to lay off of it? That's their education right now in the game of professional baseball. That's their education. They're a white belt. They're working to try to get a black belt. So nobody's calling them all stars. And hell yeah, we're going to be juiced about them doing well. Man, we've been, Eric and Dan do these shows every day. I do them once in a while. We got to talk about 2-3 runs every damn game. Hell yeah, we're going to get excited off 10 or 11, 12 runs. Shit, let us have
or
some
even
emotion.
14. How about that? 14 runs.
Yeah,
What?
let us enjoy this.
You look at the Giants roster. Farhan. Let's take a look. I mean, Farhan has made some contributions to the roster. All right. He's, first base, Wade. That's Farhan. Second base, Estrada. That's Farhan. I'm saying shortstop. That's old regime. That's
Yes.
Luciano. Third base, that's Chapman. That's Farhan. Left field, Ramos, old regime. Center field, Matos, old regime. Right field, Yaz, that's Farhan. Bailey is Farhan. Harrison, Hicks. I guess most of the pitching staff.
Not Webb.
Not Webb, though. Right. Not Webb, not Wynn.
Not Duvall.
Not Duvall. So, but the young guys, let's not count free agents. Let's just farm guys. The only guys that Farhan is able to bring up so far has been Bailey, Harrison, and Schmidt for a little bit. The rest, Matos, Ramos, Luciano, all old regime. And I would venture to say that of the everyday players, Luciano, Ramos, and Matos are your most exciting 3 players.
Yep.
I mean, who's more exciting? I mean, Soler when he hits it, right? When he really hits it.
Mm-hmm.
Soler has no speed. He's all power.
Yeah.
He's the guy from Major League. What was his name?
Yeah.
Pedro.
Oh yeah.
Joe Buzram. Pedro Serrano. Does that sound right? He's that guy. He's just a big, massive, typical number 4 hitter. And when he gets a hold of it, what I like is that he's going like Eric said, like Chapman. They don't feel like they have to hit home runs now. All of a sudden,
Right.
Pull everything and hit 450-foot shots. That's not the game of baseball, man. Yeah, when somebody makes a fat mistake like Yamamoto did to Matos, hell yeah, don't try to think single. Try to take it out. But pitchers are going to make their pitches. And when they do, take it the other way and just put it in play. You put it in play with men in scoring position, runs will score. And if they start having that approach, this team is going to be dangerous. Because if they score runs with a little bit better pitching, like their pitching staff is capable of doing, they're going to be in it. They're going to be in the
Wait a
mix.
minute. This is what is this?
That's not the Giovanni.
It's the same last name though?
It's an imposter.
Oh.
The real
Okay.
Giovanni has the purple.
Right. I noticed that.
And
Yeah.
Giovanni's spelled different. It has 2 N's in it.
So he's not here tonight, Giovanni.
Nope.
Do we have time for somebody that's trying to be somebody else?
No, he's not. It's a different one. Yeah. Different one. Yeah. That we were.
But back to Soler real quick. I don't mind having one of those kind of guys in your lineup. A guy who's up there. Right. But I don't want a whole lineup like Chapman, Yaz, Soler. Who else?
Well, Ahmed's an auto.
Well, I'm talking about just swinging for the fences, all guts, no glory. It's just they're not trying to just put the ball in play.
Well, yeah. I mean, but it's no coincidence that though these guys are getting better though. because they're feeding off each other. The lineup is stretched. Guys see different pitches.
Yep.
Yes.
People see just better pitches to hit. Matos is a guy that is a hitter, and he's going to be able to hit bad ball pitches too. He's a guy that can make more contact, I think, than Ramos. Matos looks like more of your. I mean, with him bulking up, he's got some power, man.
That 15, 20 pounds has definitely made a difference.
It's funny. It's funny. 3 or 4 days ago, I asked who has the bigger upside, Matos and Ramos, and the majority answers that came in the chat was
Ramos.
Oh, Ramos, right there. It was Ramos. Amazing how 72 hours changes things. It's like, well, I don't know.
And granted, it's a small sample size.
Small sample size. Like Matos could go 0 for 8 in the next 2 games, and Ramos. That's how it is. They're going to go back and forth.
I mean, think about Ramos. He had a double today. Luciano had 2 doubles today.
I tell you what, it's just exciting to watch a game.
Yes.
And knowing these guys are coming up. Tell me, everybody in the chat. When you see the end of the inning and then it says Dua. Ramos, Matos, Chapman, you're like, oh shit. Okay. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me pause this. I gotta see this. But when it was Slater, Yaz, and Ahmed, man, I'm taking a long number 2. And I don't care if I miss it. Sorry. Sorry. Tell me that is not, and that's what we have been begging for. Yeah, there you go.
I want you guys just to hear something.
A long deuce.
I want you guys. There we go. Oh man, number 2. Now you got. Thanks for the image. Hey, listen. Just listen to this. Just listen to this. Just this. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm. There's a little echo there. It sounded like he hit it twice. Yeah, that's the echo.
But that
initial one is something.
Boom. That somebody in the chat said you can hear Matos' bat. I mean, that was Matos' first. That was the home run. Here is another at bat. Let's see this one.
Thanks, Val.
Come on.
Into left center field in the first inning.
Yeah, the guy he's on it right now, and it won't last forever.
Nope.
True.
It won't.
It won't last forever. Nothing does. What's my point, Dan? Mike says that he makes loud contact. Matos makes loud contact with his bat speed and his barreling up the ball. That combination makes for,
Has he struck out yet?
He has a couple times, but
so.
Not a ton.
Yeah.
Okay. That's been a big problem with this team.
So, Mike.
Is strikeouts, is not
Yeah.
putting the ball in play at all. So again, 27 at bats is not a big sample size. It is the Rockies. Very curious. When you went away, Dan, we were talking about if one of these 3 guys or a couple of them hit Skeens of Pittsburgh with his nasty stuff.
Is this Mike right here, Eric?
Yep.
Is this Jung Hoo Lee?
That's
Jung
Bruce Lee.
Jung Bruce. Hey, Mike, so-and-so is on waivers in the league. You might want to try and pick him up. Oh, wait, you can't. You're out of moves. Sorry about that.
Look at Dan rubbing the salt in, man. That's tough.
Mike is out of moves in fantasy baseball. He's exhausted his waiver wire move in May.
In May?
Middle of May.
Middle
of May.
Oh, come on, Mike. What'd you do?
Hey, Giants Beta says that Matos has not struck out yet.
Are you sure?
Anybody want to confirm that?
I'll take a gander. Pretty
I mean,
easy,
just
man.
curious.
Baseball reference.
I mean, if he has, no big deal. But yeah, they're gonna face better pitching with the Pirates and the Yankees, no doubt.
See you, Mike.
You're not telling us nothing that
Michael
we don't
Roeder.
know already.
Take it easy, Mike.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, their hot streak is a couple more hot streaks than Slater's had this year. In fact, they've had more hot streaks than Slater's had in 2 years. Anybody remember? Anybody remember Slater hot like since when? 21? I mean, if you want to go there, I see people are already saying they're going to come back down to earth. You're hyping them too much. No, we're not hyping them too much. We're saying they're better than what was playing. Period. End of story. There's no arguing that at all. So Slater hasn't been hot since 2021.
Yeah, 0 strikeouts, 0 walks.
I'd like to see a few more walks, but he's aggressive. That's why he's
Wow.
driving in runs. You don't drive in runs with a walk unless the bases are loaded, man.
But man, he has. Imagine if he was the DH all those times Soler came up. It was hitting, man. Soler had guys. How many guys was it? 97 runners. He came up with 97 runners
Something
on
like
base this
that.
year. Wow.
No, we can't, Mike.
And again, I'm going to keep emphasizing that. That's the beauty of all three of them up there. Is if two of them have a bad game, and they go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, but the other one picks them up, that's great. And then they can just, again, feed off of each other. And again, you're seeing what Chapman is now all of a sudden starting to hit. When you have good hitters in your lineup, it just, like Dan says, it stretches out and balances your lineup. Guys don't feel like I have to do it. I'm going to go out of my zone. I'm going to swing out of the strike zone because the guy hitting behind me can't do it. When you got good hitters in your lineup, you're like, okay, I didn't exactly get a great pitch in this at bat, but the guy behind me might be able to pick me up. And when you have that, man.
Did Mike actually think maybe the waiver was going to get extended there?
No, can't do that, man. Not in the middle of the season. Everyone's already accounted for, hey, we only can make so many moves. You overdid it a little bit.
I overdid a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tad. He said he pulled a Dan earlier. I says, well, I made a lot of moves, but I was in an unlimited move league. So if I had limits on me, I would have.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Let's we're talking a lot about the young guys, obviously, because we're juiced for them, but let's talk about this pitching staff. If they are going to move off of some guys, like let's say a Flores, if Farhan actually pulls off a trade with somebody other than Seattle, do you think a bullpen arm is a good place to start?
Might need a damn starter.
Another starter.
I think you're short on starters because Cobb's not coming back. I don't think.
Done. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine. I remember all those guys out here we wait till Cobb and Ray come back. Then we're gonna be cooking. Okay.
Yeah, your plan's blowing up. He still has shoulder injury. That tells me there's
He's done.
something's
done.
not. Yeah, he might be
35
done.
years old.
He's 37, isn't he?
35.
Wait, why did I say 37? I think 37. Let me
35.
look. Is he? You're probably right.
And then you got Mason Black. His rotation spot is
No,
suspect.
we're both wrong. He's 36.
Oh, he's now 36. Woo! Well, there you
Okay,
go.
so they're solid.
$10 million right there, Los.
Well, he's going to be 37 in October. So during the playoffs, when the Giants will he pitch on his birthday? Oh, 10-7? Don't think so.
We wanted him traded at the deadline last year.
Last year.
And I didn't want him to sign him in the offseason.
We could have got some good value for him down the stretch. Could have added another prospect to our team. But assuming Snell comes back healthy and he's back to being Blake Snell, we have a solid four. We have a solid 4 in Snell, Harrison, Hicks, and Webb.
Yeah, and I don't know how long Hicks will hold up. I'm not.
Harrison, man, he didn't look exactly.
Yeah.
He
I think
wasn't very good.
they're gonna struggle with the pitching. I think
they are. Yeah.
Maybe a starter.
Because you're not going to always have the lineup putting up 10 plus runs.
you might be able to trade Conforto for a starter.
I was just going to say Flores
good
is
point.
not going to bring back no decent starter, but Conforto might.
Nick says, "Hey guys, missed the game today. How did Luciano look at shortstop?" Well, he looked pretty good. No real big chances. Was it last night? Was the ball in the hole? Yeah, we were doing it live last night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he had one play on a double play ball, Nick, that was tossed to him by Estrada. He kind of glided over the bag, just touched. Grazing the bag with his foot. They actually reviewed it to see if his foot was off the bag when he caught the ball. They called him out at the time. Colorado was out of challenges, so it was a what do they call it? A crew chief review, and they ruled that the play stood. It was, I think he was out. And so they called him out. But one thing he did from it, the same type of play happened an inning or two later. This time he kept his foot on the bag for an extended period, which told me he learned from that. And that's why these guys need playing time. Telling you guys, these kids will make mistakes, but that's how they learn. Look what Matos did on the first night, or was it the second night? I think it was the second night, Tuesday night against the Dodgers. He dropped the ball he kind of like him and Ramos were right near it on the warning track, and Matos just kind of muffed it. It looks like at the last second he just and then he got off to another one that he tripped a little bit. He stumbled. The next night he makes the robbing home run saving catch. He's playing a little deeper at the behest of one of the coaches. Today, he was out tracking balls down, running in on catching one. Matos. These guys learn by making their mistakes.
Yep.
So
that's life. Not
just
baseball. That's
exactly.
Life. Basically, but a couple guys intrigue me for starters, possibly for trade. One is, and we've talked about him before, is Cabrera on the Marlins. He's just got natural, nasty stuff. I think the Marlins would move off of him for the right offer. Another guy that's interesting, and he played with, he didn't play with Jung-Hoo Lee, but he played in the Korean League, is Eric Hetty. He's pitching for the White Sox now.
Is it Hetty or Fetty?
Fetty? Is it Fetty?
Yeah.
Fetty. He's under 2 on the ERA, and he doesn't have like overpowering stuff. He's a pitcher though. He's an old school pitcher. He hits his spots and he plays to contact. Has a lot of quality starts, those 6 or more innings. He's a solid pitcher. I don't think it will take much to get him, because if he keeps pitching like that, the White Sox will not be able to afford him. So those are 2 guys. Is anybody seeing what Seth Lugo's doing with Kansas City? Jesus.
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh my God. Like, the Giants could have, he wasn't really on the radar, but wow. And I don't think he was very expensive at all. He's got like a 1.2 ERA. Yeah, there were some bargains out there. So yeah, Cabrera and Fetty are a couple guys that come to mind on 2 teams that are going nowhere. And
Kansas City is 28-19, a game and a half behind Cleveland. They're actually right now they're second in the wild card. Crazy. Baltimore is in the wild card position because the Yankees are in first place in the American League East. But Juan Soto had quite a day today. 4 for 4 with 2 homers.
Nice. I know we're talking about Chisholm, but do you want to trade for Chisholm now and put him in the outfield? Who are you going to bump off?
I'm fine with just what the guys have now. Just let Matos play. You know what? Let Matos and Ramos play. You know, a guy I am not opposed in 2 months. Let's see, we're in May, June, July. I'm not opposed to the second half of the season after the All-Star break. If Hunter Bishop is still doing well and healthy and the Giants have a need for an outfielder, I am not opposed to seeing Hunter Bishop up. because kid has natural talent. Is he ready for the big leagues? No, but he should be on. They better put him on the 40 some point because they're going to lose him. Whether it's in the off season, I'm almost certain they'll put him on the 40 after the season's over if he's not on it this year.
But we don't know if he's ready for the majors or not. We don't know.
You won't know until he plays.
If you listen to the Giants, they thought Ramos and Matos weren't ready for the big leagues.
Yeah. I am not a guy that you have to go off of just stats in the minors because I've seen guys tear it up in the minors, come up to the big leagues, and they can't hit. And I've seen the opposite where some guys just know how to play in the show. It's like the lights go on and they are ready to play.
The adrenaline is going. You're laser focused. You're juiced. If you've been in the minors for going on 3, 4, 5 years, and you know you're better than the guy that's at the big league ball club, are you exactly looking forward to that bus ride to Fresno to play the next day? I mean, that's what people don't talk about. We talk about it here. You know, any of you out there, I know I have a story about being screwed out of a promotion and a raise. All of us have probably at one time or another had a job where somebody got a position or a raise or something and we didn't. And how did that affect your job? Yeah, you still do your job, but do you do it with so much enthusiasm? Like you can't wait to go to work the next day after you just got screwed out of a raise? No, man, you don't. So there's more to it than just, oh man, Matos is only hitting 220 in the minors. Yeah, he's pissed off. He looks up at the big club and is like, I should be there. I am better than what is there.
Right. And he knows that even if he hits well, he's not getting the call up. So it's like he's not. That's why, I mean,
think about a job where you do real well and know that you're not going to get promoted. That stinks.
Yeah.
So really think about that. Okay, we're taking the bus to the ballpark. I'm putting my cleats on. I'm putting my uniform on. It's like, what am I doing here, man? Like I can go 3 for 4 for 2 with 2 bombs tonight. I'm not getting called up. I'll be here tomorrow and the next week and the week after that. So that's the politics of the Giants that we have been pissed about for a long time. It's like promote guys on merit. Play the guys that are the best guys. Simple. I don't care about contracts. I don't care about I drafted this guy or you drafted that guy. F all that. I gave you the story about the quarterback for the Seahawks, Flynn. They gave him all this money. He was going to be it. They drafted Russell Wilson. He outplayed him in camp and he got the job.
Yep.
Play the better players, period, end of story. That is what we are very consistent about on this channel preaching. And it's not about youth or age or nationality. Whoever is the better player to give the team chances to win. That's what we preach.
Absolutely. And before some of you guys go off and say, well, Matos, him not trying, he's a professional, he's getting paid. Think about this, guys. How were you when you were 22? Kid's 22.
Yeah, he's really young.
And he's from another country. And I know that, growing up, my best friend was Latin descent, Mexico, is that these guys have a lot of passion. But if you get them down and they feel like they're getting shafted, sometimes they don't have it's because a lot of them grow up in a culture that's tough and it's, not affluent, and it's easy to get down. And especially when you feel like you're getting screwed. So, Matos.
They do, Kyle. They do.
Matos is he's a player. He's got the most swag probably on the team. And I could show you a little clip today. I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter. Maybe Eric could pull it up. It was on the Giants Twitter page. They showed him running into the clubhouse saying, "Party time." It was good to see.
On the actual Giants.
I think it was the Giants, or it was either the Giants or I think it was Orange. Mike, yeah, Dan, have you ever gotten hit by what's a chancla? Do you know what's a Los? You probably know. What's a chancla?
I do not know what a chancla is. That's a new one for me.
Chancla. Mike says.
I know that guy on Baseball Network likes to say when a home run is hit.
Oh, it's a slipper. Oh, it's a slipper, like a sandal. Huh. Yeah.
Galactica.
See the difference, man. The guy, the rest of the team is just kind of
low key a little bit.
They'll have fun when they get in the clubhouse. They got to go up those stairs and they'll let loose. But Matos is just, I don't know. He's play Matos. We got Matos. Let's hear Matos. Little clip.
There it is. Hold on 1 second, right here.
He's just.
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
There we go.
Matos, yeah.
He was number 6 in that uniform. Is he still?
He was 29 last year. This year, what is he this year? I didn't even pay. I think it was 30. Hold on, it was in that clip. Hold on.
I should have it right here.
Yeah, he's still 29. He's still 29.
Yep. Matos signed a ball. Well, you were there, Carlo, right? I mean, Carlos for Carlo P.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matos, good guy, man. We talked about Lee becoming a fan favorite. Nobody will become more of a favorite on this team if he gets to play and gets the job and he just never gives it back. And this guy performs, he will be the Giants because he's homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
He will be the most beloved Giant of this.
Wait a second. You're talking homegrown? Homegrown. Homegrown.
We got to come up with a nickname for them, man. We have.
Come on, guys. NorCal Sports Network.
Come on.
We got to get this.
Let's go. Come on, man.
Matos.
It doesn't have to be tonight, but in the next week or so,
yes,
somebody will come up with something that everybody will be like, "Oh shit!"
Take it easy, Krister.
Are they all of them are Latin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How about the Latin Stock Exchange?
The Latin
Stock Exchange.
Oh, see, you're taking stuff from the old, though, right?
Well,
let's do original. Let's get original, not the Three Amigos.
Yeah, that's too easy. Oof. That's You're gotta get it deep into your marketing head on that one, and think.
Tres leches. Oh yeah, isn't that Tres leches? Isn't that
that's a cake.
Caramel?
It's a dessert, yeah.
Has caramel in it, right?
It could, but not necessarily. Yeah, it's a popular
Ramos, Puerto
Mexican
Rico
pastry. That's actually not
Marco
bad.
Dominican, Matos Venezuelan.
They're all from the Caribbean. That's the Caribbean, right?
The Caribbean crew.
The Caribbean crew. It's got to be something. It's got to be more 3 though. It's got to involve the number 3, right?
That's not bad. That's not bad. Farhan's doghouse. No,
Caribbean
that's funny, but we don't want to call him that. Yeah, it's got to be something with tres, the number 3.
Lucy Ratos.
Caribbean.
Oh my, Lucy Ratos.
Lucy Ratos.
Lucy Ratos.
Hey, that's
Los
not bad.
Caribs.
Lucy
Los
Ratos.
Caribs.
Anything with Los in it works, Kyle. I like it.
Yeah, it's got to be Spanish. It has to be Spanish. Los Trizillas Latinos.
LTL.
The Latin triplets.
What the? What?
Triplets? What is it? Was that like an enchilada or something like a triplets? What's that one? A tostado. Yeah, tostado. Give me a tamale.
Huh.
El Peloton.
Lucy
Ratos. People are. That's the second Lucy Ratos.
The Warriors ran with Run TMZ for a long time. So their initials are RML, MLR. L could be Latinos. M could be muchos Latinos. R.
Los Tres Caballeros. I said that.
Latinos, mucho realidad. Ooh, that's all 3 of them. But
That comes off the Walt Disney cartoon.
LMR.
The Los Caballeros.
Yeah. Ooh, and if we give them a nickname, a nickname,
I kind of like that. The cartel.
That's the negative though. The cartel.
Yeah,
the
a
cartel
little bit. But
I like that. I like that, but too
cool,
many people would take that the
Yeah,
wrong
they would,
politically way. Damn.
Yeah. What do you mean, Dan? Dan needs to go back to Spanish class. I don't know Spanish. I'm supposed to. Am I supposed to know Spanish?
Senior says El Peloton.
Oh, see that the Latin Stock Exchange. That's what I said.
No. Come on. It's got to be original. We can't take stuff from the old, right?
El Peloton.
Well, you had the Pacific Stock Exchange. Now you got the Latin Stock Exchange.
Los tres peleteros. That's not bad. The three hitters. That's what that means. It's not bad.
Ramos was a number 1 pick in 2017.
Right.
When was Luciano and Matos signed?
I thought Luciano was a number 1 pick.
No, he's not a number 1 pick. He was a pick.
That's right. He was
international.
You're right.
Both him and Matos are international. Speaking of international guys, the Giants are projected, as I mentioned, to sign a kid. Los, you're gonna love this guy. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Los Narcos. There you go. That's not bad.
Banditos.
We're getting some decent ones in here. The Love Boat. One camel. Or you think?
You know, it'd be awesome. The Giants, you know what they should do though? If they want to get some good publicity, dress them up in the old school, like Pancho Villa, get up with the freaking bandoliers of freaking bullets around them, and they're holding their bats. Now that would be freaking badass. I would like that. That would be awesome.
Don't they wear their Gigantes jerseys once in a while?
Oh yeah, every once in a while.
They could really promote that with these guys now.
Yeah,
they really good.
You guys want to see something cool here? Check this out. Baseball America 25 Major League Baseball International Prospects, 12 players to watch. The top 100 has a heavy international presence. Let's see, top 100. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I? Well, let's go back here. I don't know if that's. Let's just look at these top 12 kids. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's true, Mike. Good point.
Why did I see this? Is that showing? Yeah.
The
Okay.
island boy. Well, they're not all islands though. Venezuela isn't an island now.
Hey, you don't have a
Dominican
subscription?
Republic.
How was I able to read this on my phone the other day without a subscription?
Probably because you did the show reader.
Can I do that on here?
I don't think you. I don't know.
Let me see if I can find the other one then. Maybe it was this one.
Matos is from Venezuela, and Luciano's from the Dominican, right?
Yes,
And where's Ramos from?
Puerto Rico.
Okay. Puerto Rico, Venezuela. Man. Whew. That's tough. Somebody will come up with something that'll be catchy. There's some decent ones right now. Los Caribes, that's simple.
Now, where did it? Okay.
You're rough, tribe. You're rough.
That's not the one I want. Is this last year's? Shoot, that's. Can't seem to find it. Where did it go?
I have no idea why Solaire's leading off. I questioned that myself, but that's today's baseball. You got Kyle Schwarber doing it with the Phillies, and they're winning, but they have a balanced lineup.
Got a super chat. Nick with $5. Thank you, sir. I'm confident that Matos will be here the rest of the way. Still worried about these clowns. We'll give Ahmed his job back when he's healthy. Hope I'm wrong.
I think so too. I really
Well,
do.
I have a feeling they will.
What about Slater? You think he's got a job?
I think he'll be on the roster. I don't think they'll cut him.
Who gets moved off? Who can you move off? There's a lot of guys coming back.
Fitzgerald or Wisely.
Because you got Conforto, Ahmed, and Slater. They're supposed to be coming off.
Jeez. Powerhouses.
Yeah.
It's coming. And I'm telling you, this fan base is excited about what they see.
Rod, the Holy Trinity. Woo! Boy, we're going out there, boy.
La Trinidad. Hey, that's not bad. La Trinidad.
Why can't I find this kid? I was going to show you some highlights. I watched highlights of this kid's swing. Why can't I might have to just sign up for it came across my feed the other day and I watched it. That stinks.
I mean, I agree, Alive. I agree, but I don't have a lot of trust in this front office. I don't. They absolutely love Slater and Yaz. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll move off of him.
Oh, you know what? I bet it was on Twitter and I saw it. Maybe that's where it was.
Yes, there is, Mike. Guys have lost their jobs to injuries. Well, ask Wally Pipp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened. If you're injured and you're not performing, why should you keep your job? I can understand if you're playing well and you're injured, you don't lose your job. But if you're not performing and then you get hurt and some kid comes up and plays better than you, how can you look your fan base in the eye and say, we're going back to the guy that didn't play good? How?
Hey, let me give you an example of a winning coach. You guys, let's go back about 10, 12 years, maybe 12 years. believe it was the 2012 NFL season.
Ooh, Bermuda Triangle. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
The
Go ahead.
Bermuda Triangle.
Everybody should know the story well.
That is in the
It was-
Caribbean.
It was a guy by the name of Alex Smith having a career year.
Mhm.
Gets hurt. Some guy named Colin Kaepernick comes in, takes the job, doesn't give it back. Niners go on to the Super Bowl and lose. Should have won, but bottom line is Jim Harbaugh made the tough decision to go with the younger player because he was getting it done and he saw what he liked. He didn't turn around and say, well, Alex was playing great. He gets his job back. No. So in a case like Slater, he doesn't even have a leg to stand on. He's hitting under, what is he hitting?
118.
110? Jeez, come on. And Matos' OPS is over 1,100. And he's got, I don't think Austin Slater will get 17 RBIs if he plays the rest of the season. Seriously, I'm serious.
When Melvin said what he said today, we said that it was Conforto, Ahmed,
Slater,
and Slater coming back. And the word he used is we're excited. The only one I would be excited about coming back would be Conforto because he's still a good player, can absolutely be in this lineup. I like the lefty, righty, lefty, back and forth. Once Bailey comes back, Conforto comes back, you keep the kids in the lineup. It's a nice lineup. But to loop in Ahmed and Slater, like you're excited to get these guys back, and we'll see what happens.
No,
that's
Mike,
a little disturbing.
It's not a similar situation at all than the Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, because the Giants players are not playing well. The point is that Alex Smith was having a good season, got hurt, was ready to come back, and didn't get his job back because Jim Harbaugh went with Colin Kaepernick, not the veteran. Now he wouldn't have been wrong if he went either way, but he made the call, and Kaepernick got him to the Super Bowl. So the point is the Giants. It's not even a tough call. It's not a tough call to move off of Slater. Not at all.
He won't get picked up either.
He won't get picked up.
He won't get picked up.
Who's going to pick him up for $4 million?
He won't get picked up. The guy that the Giants just signed from the Mexican League, Slater, will replace him on that roster. That's what will happen. So Slater, while you're rehabbing, brush up on your Spanish with Matos, Ramos, and Luciano. Brush up on your Spanish.
Speaking of that Mexican League, we've said it before, and we know the Giants will never do it. But gosh, if you're going to need pitching and you're tight with money and you don't want to trade people, Bauer sitting right there. Somebody in Giants ownership needs to get some kahunas and tell Farhan, go ahead and sign that guy. We back you.
Kyle Martinez, the Giants media beat writers do not like me. I have gone at them on Twitter multiple times.
Have you been blocked yet?
No, not yet.
I have.
Dan.
Oh, well, Dan's gone at it a little bit harder. That Italian tempered man came out. They blocked him. No, I've gone at them hard because they don't tell it like it is. They're just giant homers all the time.
Our chat, I know, is different every night, and we've had some newer people over the course of the season. We've been touting Bauer since spring training, really, right?
Yeah.
I see a no thank you, Dan, from 49er Media. And I know everybody has their different opinions. Is it based on baseball or is it off field there? Just curious. Is it you don't want Bauer as a baseball decision, or is it because of you think he's a distraction? What is it? Love to know.
It's got to be something more, because otherwise there's other teams that are in far worse positions than the Giants, and they haven't tried to pick up Bauer.
Yeah. What did I say to block you? I think I called them homers.
Yeah.
I called him a homer. I said the Giants need people that they need beat writers that'll tell the full story, not just pander themselves to the team, basically.
What happened to Giovanni? I thought he was a man of his word. His word is gold. Is he afraid because I'm in tonight? Don't worry, man. I won't beat you up too much. It's all good.
And Nick, another $5. One of the Twitter clowns tried mocking me. Okay. And saying Keaton Wynn was miles better than Bauer. Now what? Homers. Yeah, come on. Keaton Wynn is better.
Tell him, Will.
Come on.
I got that U.S. military backing me up, Will. Eric. I got that U.S. military behind me. Eric's got the hat wearing it too. Man.
Yeah.
Afraid of them guns.
Slusser blocked me. Slusser. Yep. Let me just say hello to her. Go. Just make her feel at home. Hi, Susan. I'm back. I'm back with the A's, Susan. Hi. Glad you're enjoying our show. You get all your good information from us, and you can turn around and write some of it.
Plagiarism.
That way you can actually sound intelligent when you start talking about baseball.
Plagiarism. I see a lot of people that are in the media that I don't know if I don't know if they watch the show or not, but maybe somebody that they know does and feeds them a little bit of information, and they try to take credit for it.
Yeah, we should send, all the beat writers for the Giants, just come over here, watch the show.
It's just not the beat writers. The haters are out there watching too.
Yeah, all the haters. Get your information, and then if you want to sound smart, just take some of our takes and use them as your own. Just make sure you somewhere give us credit in the footnotes. Yeah, it's pretty funny because I know that we're controversial. We're not to be controversial
though.
We're not controversial. We're only controversial to the haters because we're just telling you what we see as the truth. We're not going to be right 100% of the time, but 98% is not bad.
That's always been an A in my book when I went to school.
No, I mean, we're probably, we're going to be wrong.
We could go down the list about what we've been wrong at and what we've been right.
We'll be wrong. I mean, right now, the last couple of games,
I wasn't on.
We might be wrong about Chapman.
I wasn't on the show, but I text in. I was wrong about Sean Jelly. He's come around. Like, I've been on him. I'm like, this dude's a waste. He doesn't need to be on the team. He's got a two-seamer now that he throws, and I think he's throwing, wait for it, a knuckle curve. We've been wanting that, Dan. So, hey, when I'm wrong, man. And all of us take accountability. But when you come at us when we're wrong, you're damn sure we're going to say something when we're right. Which so far over the last year, we're right more than we're wrong.
Lois, I don't know if I'm more impressed about what Hedgelli has been doing.
Hedgelli.
Or you actually said Sean Jelly.
Sean Jelly.
So what? I don't know, man.
I think you know my struggles with the name, so I think you got to be impressed with that.
Nice. You recovered just like.
You see, when he pitches well, I say his name right. So Sean Jelly, shout out to you, man. Job well done.
No, honestly though, he's been.
I feel bad, man. We don't have TN. Has not been back since that night. Man, I hope we didn't.
Oh no, I think he took it well. Yeah, he'll be back.
I hope so. He was knowledgeable. TN, if you're out there watching, I'm giving you a plug. Tyler, you know your baseball.
Hey, that dude was on it, man. He didn't let nothing slip through the crack.
No, not at all.
Tien, you are always welcome, brother. Hey, anybody that can laugh about being made fun of, man, you can always hang with us because, that's what it's about. Ain't no time for no sensitivity on here, We can give it and we can take it.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
Here we go. Question from ATX 7. Question from Bay Area fans: is Tim Kawakami the best Bay Area sports writer of all time?
No.
He says yes.
No.
No.
Best Bay Area sports writer of all time?
Of all time.
Man, you got some Herb Cain, Lowell Cone. Jeez, there's a lot.
Mark says Scott Osler.
Kawakami doesn't like you to go against him either. I've gotten into it with him on the Warriors.
Oh, he'll block you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if you just disagree with somebody and you block them, that's kind of weak. Now, if you take it personal and you start calling people names and you start going on the race card or you calling out kids, then yeah, of course. But if you just have
Ray Ratto. See, Ray Ratto, that guy will call it like it is. Ray Ratto.
I call him Ray. I call him Ray Fatto.
He's good though.
Ray's.
As far as being,
I didn't like him on the radio too much. I didn't think he was a good fit with. Who was he with? Tolbert. Yeah, that seemed like a little bit of an odd kind of combination, but I like Mark Willard a lot. I like Damon Bruce when he first came on.
They're not really writers though; they're more radio personalities.
Yeah,
Ratto is known as a writer.
Ratto is a good writer. You're right. You're right. Kind of like doing the whole radio versus writer. He is a good writer. You're right. I'll give him that. He writes good articles. But no, the best of all time in the Bay Area, no. I mean, everybody has their opinion. Moji calls him Ray Fatto too. Yeah, that's a little bit true, Jim. That's a little bit true. So it's not very often that we have silence like that.
I know.
I thought I didn't realize I was muted. I thought I was talking and I didn't realize it was music. Hey, I'm gonna tweet something out and then because I can't get onto my Twitter on this computer. I'm gonna have you pull it up, Eric.
All right.
Let me just take me about a minute here to okay. All right.
Hey, Dan, real quick basketball take. That's a tough loss for OKC.
Oh, 1 point. Oh, my goodness.
That was pulling for them.
I know, really me too.
For them.
Yeah, because they're
17-point lead basically in the third quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Preakness was today. Missed again. Yeah. Second place.
Just missed. Yeah. I would have liked to see him win. Then he could be going for a triple crown.
I heard it was pretty muddy.
Yeah, he usually runs good in the mud too. Let's see. Gosh,
Oh, Mark Willard. Speaking of, he liked one of my tweets. Nice.
Where'd that go?
Oh, there it is.
Hold on, before you open it, I'm gonna edit it. Hold on.
You always edit. You post it and immediately edit.
Well, because I Come on. There we go. 70 run, speed, and 70 arm. All right. Update. There we go. Now undo it. Pull it back up. Should be a new version. I want you to see this. Somebody's asking where Rye Smith is. He's down in Southern California. He's doing well. Yeah, doing well. Okay. Look at this kid. This is Baseball America top 100. The Giants are going to sign maybe the third ranked overall international prospect. And the kid can flat out fly. He's 5'11", quick, switch hitter. When's the last time you saw a guy with 70 run speed for the Giants?
Can he hit?
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's pull up the highlights. Pull them up. Scroll down.
It opens up to the article. No.
Yeah, keep going. Wait, click on it. It should open up. I opened it.
It's not going to show. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it before I share it. No, it opens to this article. I don't have a subscription.
Well, why in the heck can I pull it up on my phone then?
Yeah, no dice here.
Maybe because I have this reader.
I think that's what it is.
All right, let me read what it says about this kid.
Read it to us, Dan.
Let me read it to you.
Yeah, read it to us.
Let me read it on Twitter. I tweet it. Okay. Now what happened to it? Did it go away?
Yeah, that's nice, Kyle.
Come on.
Nice. Yeah, I want to know if this guy can hit.
Really?
It's so good. It's good that he can run and he can throw, but can he get on base so he can run?
Joshar, I don't know how you say it. Joshar Gonzalez, 2025 shortstop, Dominican Republic.
Another shortstop.
Giants.
How old is
he?
Jesus, they have a lot of shortstops.
He's probably like 17, something like that, 16. Gonzalez is a 5'10" shortstop with outstanding quickness, athleticism, and explosiveness that's evident at shortstop in the batter's box and on the base pass. He's a 70 runner with a 70 arm who shows the hands, range, and body control to become a plus defender at shortstop. Sounding like somebody we might know, shortstop, Francisco Lindor, maybe?
Lindor?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy to see the quickness Gonzalez has with his feet at shortstop and with his hands when he's in the batter's box. He's able to fire his hands to whistle the barrel through the zone with good bat speed, generating over-the-fence power in batting practice from both sides of the plate. Gonzalez will get his weight shifted on his front side early at times against live pitching, but at his best, he has shown the potential to be a hitter who can bat toward the top of the lineup and should be a high stolen base threat. Here he is. I'm gonna get
It
moved.
just got rid of it. It just disappeared.
Ay. Why does the article go away when it?
Yes, Mark.
Why? Ay. I turned the. All right, we'll do it again.
So with the success of the young guys now, Eric, what would your lineup be right now if you could set a lineup? Doesn't matter lefty or righty on the mound with what you've seen in the last week.
Here you go.
All right. Yeah, he flies.
Looks like Lindor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's got that look. Boy, he's limber. Whoo! The way he moves.
To be young and have little body fat again.
Look at that. I think the Giants are going to get a good one here.
Is it a for sure thing?
Well, that's the team that they're linking. The Giants are linked to him. Yeah, here's his bat.
Nice swing. Good follow through. Mm-hmm. How old is he?
Probably 16 or 17. That's about the age these guys are, right? When they're signed.
Yep. And they threw away international money. God, man, that's where you.
They have the money for this guy, though. They gave up $1 million, but they have the money already for him.
That's where you get your real potential superstars is from.
Yep.
They live, breathe baseball.
Yeah, they play all the time. That's their life.
Time. Yeah.
This is their chance out of here he is from the right side now.
If they don't have a bat, they'll break off the bristles of a broom and swing the bat.
He looks a little bit quicker of a swing from the left side.
Yeah, I say from the right, he looks a little loopy, doesn't he?
Switch hitter. Those are becoming more and more rare these days.
That's pretty amazing at that age, though.
You'll probably get more success batting from the left since you're facing.
Alive, I know what kind of lineup Farhan gives out. I don't want to see his lineup. I want to hear Eric's lineup.
I would start off with Wade, lead off. He's the one that gets on base, right?
Okay.
Always getting off base.
Nick says he'll be 16 when he signs in January.
Wade leading off, playing first base.
But that might be your first 20-year-old guy that makes it with the Giants.
Yeah.
If Farhan is not here.
Second, I like Estrada in the 2-hole. He's had success there. I like him in the 2-hole. Batting third, ooh.
Who's your best hitter right now?
Ramos. I'm gonna say Ramos.
Okay.
For your 3. 4. Soler is a natural 4. I don't know if I want to bat him 4th though. I think gosh, do we bat Matos 4th?
Would you go Conforto?
The thing is, it's recent.
To go righty lefty. Would you go Conforto?
Yeah, you could go Conforto. I wouldn't mind him hitting it a 4-hole. That wouldn't be bad. In the 5, I like Matos. In the 6, goodness, who would be? There is no other.
Maybe Soler.
Bailey.
I was thinking. Because not right now. Not right now because we don't know what he's going to be like when he comes off this concussion.
It sounds like he's doing okay. I think he's going to be all right.
And then I want Soler, Chapman, those guys towards the bottom. Yaz, I'm guessing Yaz is going to be in there somewhere, right?
Not necessarily.
Maybe. That's what I want. I want for the let's say 5 or 6. Wade, Estrada, Ramos, Conforto, Matos. Oh, we forgot about Luciano.
Luciano's probably, unless he really starts raking, probably going to hit 9th. But what's nice is that now you're pushing guys that we've been saying all year that shouldn't be 3-4 hitters. Now
back down.
We're pushing them to 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
And now guess what? Now the bottom of the lineup is not bad anymore. They're not automatic outs in this lineup.
Right.
That's you lengthen the lineup.
Yep. If
As
Luciano is your number 9 hitter, like this is a guy that could potentially give you 15 to 20 homers.
And again, this is all predicated that Ramos and Matos can still produce. Granted, they're not going to produce like they've led the last 2 games.
No.
But Ramos era. But from what we see with Ramos has been up for a couple of series. He's shown he could handle MLB pitching.
I mean, even though I don't agree with it. It's true. The state of baseball is not about batting averages anymore. So,
nope.
Like, if we can get Ramos and Matos to be in that 250 to 270 range with a little bit of pop, some steals, and some solid defenses, I think anybody would take that. Anybody would take that.
You ready for my lineup?
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I got 2 lineups.
Of course you do.
The first one would be Wade leading off. First base. Second, Estrada. Third, Conforto in left field. Fourth, Soler. Fifth, Matos
Okay.
in center. Fifth was Matos. Sixth is Ramos in right field. Seventh is Chapman. Eighth is Bailey. Ninth is Luciano. Here's my other lineup. I didn't like it at first when it first was as of yesterday, and I started thinking about it. This thing with Soler leading off is kind of interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. He's a kind of a big power guy that gives you you think of the Phillies with Schwarber, right? Schwarber's a strikeout master, but he hits bombs.
And he gets on base. He'll take a walk.
Yeah. Soler did walk today, I believe, if I recall. And he walked the other day. I think one thing about Soler leading off is that if you're down by a run or two and it's late in the game and he's leading off, it's kind of tough to pitch around him. You don't want to start the game with a guy on base, right? Leadoff walks. What do we always hear, guys? Leadoff walks always come back to haunt you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he's leading off the game, he's going to see better pitches maybe. No one – now you got somebody behind him that's a little bit more protective and and you got with Matos hitting and Ramos hitting.
The only thing I don't like about that, first to third, he can't do first to third.
He got two doubles today that were pretty he had to move pretty good to get them.
But it's not going to be at the level of your other guys.
I agree with that.
Schwarber's
not fast either.
Wade's a little faster.
But I don't think they're looking for Schwarber in that. I mean, they're looking for him to either they're looking for a home run from Schwarber.
Yeah, and I think they are too from Soler. I think there's nothing like starting a game off with a leadoff homer, man.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but he's got to prove it.
He's not ideal. He's not ideal, but you know what? They don't have a true leadoff hitter without Lee.
Wade is as close as it gets because his on-base percentage is off the charts.
Right.
And
he gets on
honestly,
base.
Lee wasn't a very good leadoff hitter either. Let's be honest.
He could have been better.
Yes.
He took too many pitches, which I know what a leadoff hitter. Now, if we're talking about like taking pitches, I don't want guys taking pitches in RBI situations. But at the top of the lineup as your leadoff
That's
hitter,
why I like Wade there.
Yes, I do like pitches to be taken. I kind of like Matos in the 3-hole right now because until I see otherwise,
I like him in the 5. I like him in the 5 because runners are coming up. Look at the.
I want him to get 5 at bats. I want my best 3 hitters hitting 1, 2, 3.
And if you think about it, more than likely, 50% chance Wade's going to be on base when he comes up the bat.
Close to it.
Wait, you see what I'm saying?
See, if I have right now,
starting to hit the ball.
Right now, if I had a man at third base and less than 2 outs, I'm a little more confident in Matos than I am Ramos. I think Matos will strike out less. I want the ball put in play. I want a ground ball or a fly ball to get that run home. Damn it, I want runs home from third base with less than 2 outs. So that's why I want Matos.
Whose car is that going fast? Is that yours, Los, in your neighborhood?
No, it's not me.
Or Eric's?
Nope.
What was that noise? Did
That was a car. That was a car with a fart can on it.
Wasn't mine. It wasn't mine. I don't think so. Well, I got these new phones on where I can't hear nothing outside.
Oh, you probably don't hear it. That's why, yeah.
Yeah, it could be. It might have been. But nobody drives fast like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think somebody would go down your street that fast.
He's got the new headphones, so he could hear this.
He smelled it, man. He went.
I feel like he smelled it.
Fuchila. Yeah, these things, God, I can hear.
Eric.
Oh, yeah. How about this?
Oh, give him an MHC. He called up and said, give him Eric. Give him one of those. Right on cue.
The best one.
I'll never have the reaction Dan did though when you did that.
Man.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that, man.
That was classic.
Is Chardal out there still?
Chardal, you out there?
Hopefully not.
You are a man of your word, right, Dan?
Yeah, I said I 10 runs. I'm going to bring him on. Chardal, now's your chance. It is 2 hours and 5 minutes into the show.
All right, guys. Good chat, buddy. See you later.
10:47, calling Char Google. Char Google. All right. If he doesn't come in, he missed his time. We cannot say that we didn't tell him to come on. He asked for the link earlier, but it wasn't time.
And make sure everybody gives Giovanni a hard time because he said his word was gold. Right, Eric?
His word was gold. That's what he said.
Gold. I will be in tomorrow.
Here's Nick's lineup. Nick's got a pretty okay. Oh, that's what I was. Okay, Wade, Estrada, Soler, Matos, Conforto, Ramos, Bailey, Chapman, Luciano.
Wow, Chapman hitting 8th.
I had him 7. I think
I like that.
I think he does
I'm
better
fine with that. I'm fine.
There's no pressure on him now.
Nope.
I mean, he could really, really not have to be like a 4, have that pressure of a 3 or 4 hitter, which is he's not. I bet you Chapman down at 7 and 8. I bet you he gets up to maybe 240, 250, and he has a little bit of speed. So that's a good
I'd give him credit. He can move.
He can move. Yeah.
Yeah, he can move. So. Well, Char Google's not going to come on. We're sitting on a Saturday night, 260. Hey, guess what? Giants win 3 in a row. The Giants win 3 in a row. The last team in baseball to do it. Ben Bamboo says, read my lineup, Dan. Okay, let me see where it is. Where is Ben? Okay, his lineup. Wade, Estrada, Conforto, Soler, Matos, Chapman, Bailey, Ramos, Luciano. Pretty close to mine for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had the first 5. I think I put Bailey 6, Chapman 7. No, I put Ramos 6, Chapman 7, Bailey 8, Luciano 9. Yeah, our first 5 were the same. Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't like Ramos. I don't like Ramos hitting 8th though.
Me neither. I don't like Ramos.
He's not going to see it. I like Ramos up there with in the top 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Notice nobody has Yaz in their lineup.
Interesting. No. That's true. Any other lineups? We'll pick the best lineup, and the winner gets a 10-minute trip with Chardal. 2 tickets to paradise on one of his rides at Great America. Yeah, 3-game win streak. So tomorrow they can go for 4 and get their first sweep of the season. I think they get it tomorrow. What do you think?
What's the pitching matchup?
Hicks versus, I don't know. Let me look. Jordan Hicks tomorrow versus Hudson. Ooh, 1-6 with a 6.13 ERA.
Woo!
Oh, now watch. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's take a look. You know what? Let's close it with this. I haven't even looked at the standings. The Giants might be. Let's see where they're at. I bet you they're maybe within a half game. You think?
You think?
Here they are, updated. Let me pull up the old screen. Okay. So in the American League East, Yankees, Baltimore. Yankees have won 6 straight. Rays are starting to put it together, 4 straight. Red Sox are falling on hard times, 4 straight losses. Guardians and Royals are up at the top in the Central. White Sox continue to embrace the suck. Tigers still sitting a little above 500. Twins lost 5 in a row after winning 12 in a row earlier in the year. Mariners, top of the West. A's have lost 7 straight after, gee whiz.
Rooker's not doing much for me since I picked him up.
Look at the Astros. They're starting to put it together. In the National League, the Phillies are just continuing to roll. Best record in baseball. The Braves 4 behind. Nationals 3rd. In the Central, it's the Brewers and the Cubs. It looks like they're kind of the...
Ooh, those Cubs. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys I hope Imanaga pitches while we're there.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Dodgers running away with the West. Padres in 2nd. Giants now overtaking Arizona as Diamondbacks have lost 2 in a row. And let's take a look at the wild card. See where I bet you they're. I'm going to say they're a half game, maybe one game. Look at that. Giants are now in the. They're basically. They've passed 2 or 3 teams. They were like 4 teams ahead of them 2 days ago. The Diamondbacks, the Nationals, and the Pirates were all ahead of them, and the Mets.
Look at the run diff.
It's improving, though.
Still bad. We got to improve that.
Well, they finally had some hitters in that lineup, so that margin is going to get
hopefully
smaller.
that'll help. Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. They've won their last 3 games. They won 4-1. That's a +3. Then they won last night. What was it? 10-. What was last night's score? 10-6, 10-4. What was it? 10-6?
I think it was 10-6.
They were averaging 2.9 runs over
10-5
games.
10-5. So, yeah, they were lows.
Yeah, so, I mean, hitting is definitely picked up. Let's see if they can.
So they won by 10 today. They won by 5 yesterday, and they won by 3. So +18. That means they were -49 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, you start winning games and putting teams away, your run differential will change, but more importantly, the wins will pile up. So
Nationals are on their way to winning more than 67 games.
So the Giants have ensured themselves a winning homestand. They are 5-3 right now.
Diamondbacks very disappointing.
I think the Giants win tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
They went on a 3 and this is what they've done historically. Have these awful road trips, then come home and win. They went 3-7 on the trip. Watch them go 6-3 on this trip.
No, they have some mojo going right now. So, they're feeling good about themselves. And Hicks is pitching well. Nick is saying on a super chat that the Rockies are pathetic, but hey, man,
got $5. Thank you, Nick.
They won 7 games in a row. That's nothing to sneeze about, and they did it against a good team. Mm-hmm. That's baseball, though, for you. I mean, we say it all the time. Baseball.
And let's put it this way. They were hot. They came in and they started off hot last night, 3 runs in the first inning. They looked like they were going to knock the heck out of Black, and they kind of did. They got him out early. And they were up, 4-1, and then Estrada hit a 3-run homer and put them Giants ahead. I mean, that was a big play.
Yep.
That's why I know you gave Matos the star of the game last night with 3 hits and 6 ribbies. I went with Estrada 1, Matos 2, because that 3-run homer came at a time that was so critical, because Giants don't get that. They may not win the game, and then it's like, oh, crap, here we go again. That 3-run homer gave him a boost. But, you can't argue with Matos, 6 RBIs, man. That's or 5. Huge. He had 5 last night.
5 yesterday, 6 today.
Yeah, 5, 6 today. I think he's going to get player of the week. What do you think?
I think so.
Oh, you have to. That's a lot.
2 home runs robbed in center field, plus how many RBIs this week?
11. No, just week. Oh my gosh, how much over the week? 17, right? 17.
Well, did he get them all this week, or did he get any last
I think it was
week?
all this week. I don't think he got any. I think it was all this week.
17 RBIs in a stinking week?
There is not much more that will give a team confidence than a comeback win. Because for the first 6 weeks of the season, if the Giants were down by 3 runs, that game
It was over.
It was
Over.
over. Everybody watching that said this game's over. It's done. So I understand it's the Rockies, but still, it has to start somewhere. It has to start getting a little bit of confidence, and then that builds. So when you can come from behind because you got some hitters now in that lineup, then let's see if it carries over. Let's see what happens in Pittsburgh and New York. Boy, I would love
He didn't do bad against the Dodgers.
What's that?
Again, he hit that. He didn't do bad against the Dodgers. Got a home run off Yamamoto.
Yep.
Yeah.
He made a mistake.
I wouldn't stand in the box with just about anybody in baseball. I wouldn't get in the batter's box at this day and age of my life, but I think I would. I think I'd feel, I don't know if I'd be comfortable because I'm old, but I'd get in the box, take a shot off Ty Block.
What's he throw, like 88?
His fastball is like 90.
91.
Very Kirk Reeder-like.
Yeah. And he's got that looping, hanging curve that, I mean, he'd probably just throw fastballs and blow them by me at this stage. It'd be hard to get the bat around, but still, I wouldn't be that much intimidated.
You know what's going to be fun, Dan? You weren't here when me and Los were talking about it. Seeing Matos and Ramos and Luciano against Paul Skeens.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, Mike, he'd strike just about any of us out. Come on. Of course he'd strike me out. I'm 62 years old. Haven't picked up a bat since softball, maybe 25 years ago?
What's funny is we laugh about an 87 mile an hour fastball, but Dan, if we went to the batting cages in Mesa, Arizona, and we went to even 80, we'd be like,
oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I could hit 70 solid, 80s pushing it.
And Mike says you have no chance like you do, Mike. Come on. Mike would get up there and say, hey, wait, I'll claim you on waivers. Don't throw it. Oh, wait, I'm out of moves. I can't claim you on waivers. Jeez.
Look at Dan.
I'm going to rip Mike forever on that. 62. I mean, these don't even count for trades. You have trades you can do, but 62 roster moves 45 games into the season.
Oh, man, I'm so debated.
Mike says he's 30.
That's nothing to do with age.
Mike, we have something very much in common. Very much in common. Think about it. I'm 62, and you used all 62 of your.
Wow.
Oh, man.
You can't make another move for the rest of the season.
He made 62 moves. Oh.
Talk about blowing your wad early, dude. Come on.
He says, yes, Dan, better than you were in last place. You're going to end up in last place.
Yeah, dude, Mike, you're going to start plummeting.
Trust me, Mike. I'm watching those standings, and I'm going to laugh my you-know-what off when I watch you just like.
It's going to be tough, man.
Jesus. I want to
Once the trade deadline's over, it's going to be tough.
I want to pick up Montes. I have an hour to do it.
Look at Mike coming back. I'm not a quitter. Oh, man. Look at that.
Man, he's getting offended.
He's getting spicy. Mike, come on. I bowed out for good reasons. Okay. I know.
Right on ATX7. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
You can still make trades, but you're going to get taken advantage of because everybody knows you're desperate now.
But there's a trade deadline after that.
Yeah, after the trade deadline. When is the trade deadline? Is it in July?
I think so. Senior, when's the deadline?
He's saying third place. You ain't going to be in third place, buddy. Hey, Los, tell this kid that he's bragging about being in third place in May.
He's bragging about being where?
Third place in May. Where's he going to be with no moves left to make?
Oh, injuries are going to happen. You're screwed, man.
Yeah, that's the issue, yeah.
Yeah. Why the hell did you make 62 moves by May?
He couldn't stop, man. He was just like,
Yeah, I get it. I can get on those rolls too. Like I'm at 19, and that's a lot.
It's tough,
for me.
man, because
But
with
I've had a
baseball,
lot of injuries this year. I've had no choice.
Why
with
is it trade
baseball,
deadline?
when is it?
Why is it late August?
Late August.
Why do you have it late August? Why not with the baseball trade deadline?
But if you try to chase stats in fantasy baseball, you're going to be losing, man. Because you got to wait guys out. That's just the way it is.
The only outfielder I could drop potentially for Matos. God, I hate giving up on him because he's got a lot of talent. Is Chorio of the Brewers.
I had him for a while and I dropped him.
He is just struggling big time. But I know, man, I swear this happens to me all the time. I drop a guy and they go crazy. I can't drop Rooker of the A's. I can't drop Alvarez of the Astros. Riley Green of the Tigers is pretty damn good. It would have to be Chorio. Chorio or Matos, I don't know. Is Matos a flash in the pan? Is he going to come back down?
Mike picked up a Churio. Well, actually, Vince
Glenn,
had him. Vince drafted
Doesn't
him.
Glenn have Matos and Ramos
And Luciano.
and Luciano?
Damn.
He loves
He's
those
going
Giants.
old. He loves those Giants, man. He's got Hicks and
Make sure you pick up Ahmed when he comes back.
he's got Hicks, Snell. Who else does he have? I can't remember.
Yeah, I got it.
ATX wants to know if we're doing a fantasy football show this year.
Yeah, we'll do a football show. Hey, Will B, I see you're out there with fantasy football coming up. What do you enjoy more, the football or the baseball, Will? Will Martinez says, coming for a vengeance this year. I've already done 5 NFL mock drafts, coming for Dan and taking what's mine. Come get me. Come get me, Will. I won't ever badmouth you because of the fire stick. But I will dog your Tampa Bay Bucks.
You gonna play this year, Los,
Football?
for NorCal?
Oh yeah, I gotta redeem myself, man.
Hey, it's inflation too, guys. The league price is going up. Mike says he's going to get me in fantasy football too. You watch and see. I don't know. It depends on if everybody renews, comes back next year. But if you want to get in and there's a spot, I'd love to have you in.
Shit, he's still there. He's out there.
He will.
I have an hour to pick him up and play him tomorrow.
I may even be the commissioner of this. I may even be the commissioner.
Decisions.
Man,
I may be the commissioner in football this year. I don't know. Maybe not.
I think I'm gonna pass on the football this year.
You're gonna pass on it?
I think I might.
Why?
I'm not as good as I am with the. I know a little bit more about baseball than football.
But what place are you in baseball?
I'm in 9th, but it's okay. It's okay.
Let me see what team that I originally drafted is in. But I think tonight this team may move up because at one point Matt's team was 13 of 19 with 2 home runs. Right now it's 15 for 37. Had one of its better days, 3 homers, 7 ribs. Ooh, then it sucks in the pitching.
Yep.
One inning. You can't get 2. 1 inning pitched, 1.1 was 6.
You know how great your team did? -1 there, Dan. -1.
Did it really?
Yes. 10th place. Oh, I'm sorry. You're tied for 10th.
It's not my team though. What? So what is it? It's down to 47 points.
Yeah, 47.
Tied with Will B.
Yep, tied with Will.
Hey, I think Will B's going to surpass a lot of you guys. He was down in the dweller with 30 some odd points the other day. Mm-hmm. I think his team on paper, he's playing it. He's playing the long game. Well, guys like Mike at Jung Bruce Lee are like the tortoise. It's the tortoise and the hare.
It's going to be interesting.
Jung Bruce Lee still sitting at 72. Does he have any injuries?
Who?
Jung Bruce Lee.
Yeah, man, he lost Trout.
God, it's driving me crazy.
Okay, he lost Trout. Hoskins is out. Oh, Bogarts. Oh, postpone. Wait till these guys start dropping. Wait till a few of these guys start dropping, and he's not going to have anybody to trade. Oh, my goodness. You might be better off, Mike, just camping on the sidelines and just parking it.
Vince is killing it right now. He's at 97 points.
Wow. I think Mike's best shot is just to park it. Park his team. And then he won't move, right? He'll stay at 72.
Oh, boy.
It works that way.
Or some guys could still move above him with.
You still get it fluctuates every day, minus, negative. Did you move up? Let's see. Seniors Heroes. You went up a half a point. 0.5.
Mike says, why do I care so much about his team? I don't care. I don't really care at all about anything. I just have fun with it. I'm having fun.
Dan can instigate because he's not part of it anymore. Because if he was part of it, he'd be freaking losing his mind.
Oh, that's why I'm not in it, because it was dry. I was up all night the first week trying to make. I just forget it. This is going to drive me nuts.
Hey, Lydia's in the chat. Welcome.
Oh, look at Mike's calling me. Mike's saying, Mike, some of us got to go out and make some money.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Will, I have Chorio, and I'm considering picking up Matos. But I also have Jake Barger at third base, and he's just horrible right now. But he hit 34 homers last year. Like, I hate giving up on guys that have power right now.
I wonder if Mike's one of those guys coming at me on Twitter. You think? Could Mike be one of those guys that throwing shots at me on Twitter that I've already blocked? Might be. He's coming. He calling me he likes to call me a quitter.
Thanks, Kyle.
Look, there he is again. Hey, chat, don't be a quitter like Dan. Is this some little like 30-year-old what Gary Radich called? Hey, punk. Oh man. I will laugh, Mike, when your team drops, just because it'll be funny. Be like, just calling it how it is. All right.
All right.
I think I've had enough.
Yep.
Yeah, 2.5.
Man. So tomorrow will be a short show. Are we gonna do daytime or are we gonna do night?
What's the over/under? 30 minutes again?
For Sunday, 45 on not Mother's
Sunday,
Day.
non-Mother's Day. That's a 45-minute.
Yeah, 45
over/under. Yeah. Take your bets now, chat. Over or under on 45 minutes for tomorrow.
Probably do nighttime. It seems we do better at night.
Night.
People do stuff during the day.
I could drop a pitcher. I really want to get Matos in this lineup, man.
You want? Hey, Los, I did this last night. You didn't see. Give me a team you want to see a hat of. Give me a team you want to see somebody's hat.
The Homestead Grays.
Oh,
The Birmingham Barons.
Don't have any. Oh, wow. Yeah, Willie. Give me a team a current team. I might have it.
St. Louis.
Don't have that one yet.
The White Sox.
Nope. 0 for 2.
Damn. No, I'm trying to think of what you don't have, so I'm 2 for 2.
Oh, do you know what I have?
No, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just trying to kind of guess what you like. You don't have a Toronto Blue Jays hat.
Correct.
Yeah. Can't see you going up to Canada and getting a hat. I know you don't have an Expos hat. You've been wanting mine forever.
I could have ordered one. I still will, but haven't done it yet.
That is the most classic hat.
I
I
know.
swear, when I wear that thing, I get so many compliments.
Oh yeah. Come on, give me another one. You've rattled off everybody I don't have.
I love it. 3 for 3. The Royals.
4 for 4.
Wow. The Astros.
5 for 5.
I
Jeez.
got a Luis Arias game going tonight.
Yeah.
5 for 5. I mean, how many do you not have?
About 16 of them, 17 I don't have.
Oh man, I name them consecutively.
I got about 13 right now.
Baltimore.
6 for 6, man. If you get 12, I'll take you. If you get the first 12 for 12,
That's
take
a
you to
lot,
dinner.
man. 6 for 6. Give me,
Yeah,
some,
but
give
I
me
got
an
17.
appetizer, man.
12 for 12.
6 is an appetizer. Yeah, there you go.
Dinner, man. Dinner.
Dinner for 6 for 6.
No,
Or
12 for 12 this week.
Oh, look at this guy, Eric. You know how hard it is, man. I'm trying to pick lotto numbers here, man.
You're doing well.
I just picked 6 winning numbers. That's a
All right,
winning ticket.
10. Well, 10's the number. 10 for 10.
I think 8 should get something.
10's a good number because that's Chardal's lucky number. All right, you got 4 more. That's all you got to get is 4 more.
Kansas City.
You already named that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I said that already. So, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. You don't have a Twins hat.
7 for 7.
You don't have an Indians hat.
You're 8 for 8. But they're not the Indians. They're the Tribe.
Oh, I'm
Guardians.
sorry.
The Guardians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't call them the Guardians. Sorry. I think you have more.
I think it should be 12. I'm going to go back.
Oh, I'm getting closer to 10, and now you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Move
people
the
don't
goalpost.
look at the chat because the chat's throwing.
Running out of teams here. I think you're more of a National League guy than an American League guy. So I'm gonna try to stay in the American League. Hold on, let me. Twins. The Orioles.
You already
Did I
said
say-
already
that.
said
I said the Orioles. I said the Orioles.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
Toronto. I think you have both New York teams. What about the Red Sox?
That's 9 for 9.
Okay, here's for the winner. Number 10.
12.
No, man, you said 10. God, do you know how hard it is to pick 9? Chat, give me love. I've got 9 right. I got to get something. I'm going to say for 10, the, oh, God, you might have this. But I want to stay in the American League. Shit. It's either the Mariners or the Angels. I'm going to say the Angels.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Oh!
Let's go to 12. Come on. Let's go to 12.
Let's go to 12.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm staying in that American League, man. I think you do have a Mariners hat, but I think I saw you wear that once. National League. Brewers, I know you have. See, I don't want to go to the National League, man. It's going to break my streak. I know it is. Who am I missing in the American League? I said the Astros already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go Mariners. Mariners?
11 for 11.
Oh, I got a great one for number 12. Can he do it? Oh, man.
I got to look
Dang.
at the standings. I'm running out of teams.
Dang, this sucks. I got to order Amazon. Can you get here in 3 minutes? You know, they deliver it, but hey, Have it by the morning.
Okay. 12 for the win. Staying with the American League. Tampa Bay Rays.
He's
12 for 12. Man, I have, let me see. I've got 1, 2.
Can I get all 16?
4, 5,
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
If I get all 16, do I get a free secure money
Oh.
account?
I think there's 17 I don't have.
Well, let me keep going until I'm wrong.
All right.
12 for, you don't have a Tigers.
I should have got the Tigers.
That's a sweet hat. Hey,
I
you know what? You know
I'm
what?
gonna get
Come to think of it, here's what you do. I have a friend that's name is Dan, and he put the Detroit logo, the D, and then the normal A and the N, and it was
nice.
clean. You know what I mean? So you got the D logo,
old
and then just put
ED,
a regular
and then the
A
AN.
and an N. That
Nice.
would be clean.
Well, you're 13 for 13.
Okay.
I gotta get an order put in, man. Jeez.
Okay, I'm out of American League teams because I've seen you wear the A's.
Wow.
I've seen you wear the Rangers. So, shit, I got to go to National League. This is where I might lose. Okay, I know you have a Nationals hat. I've seen you wear that. Brewers. I don't believe I've seen you. I don't think I've seen you wear a Marlins hat.
14 for 14.
What are your Marlins on that?
I think Los was watching the show last night. When I put all these hats.
No, I wasn't. Like I'm just going off of like.
When he's not looking, Eric, I'll show you what I think I'm going to get him with.
Oh, maybe. We'll see.
That's my guess.
I said the Cardinals already, right?
Yep.
I know. I've seen you wear the Reds hat. You have to have every hat in the division.
What's that? What the hell? What's that? That was the funniest thing I've ever seen, man. I've never seen.
What do you do, Eric?
He had one of the hats. He thinks he's gonna get you on. As soon as you picked up your hat, he was like, no.
Oh, he got out of there. All right, Dan, you ready?
I'm ready.
Turn your mic on, bud. I mean your video.
I will.
14 for 14, Eric.
That's good. You're only 3 away.
I think I'm getting him with one of these next 2.
I don't think I've seen you wear a Cubs hat.
There it is.
There it is.
I knew I was going to get him with that one or the other one I showed you. What do you think the other one is I was holding that you don't think I have?
I haven't seen you wear a Padres hat.
I don't have a Padres hat.
Damn it! I was gonna say that, but I was like, no, he has every division hat. But I can't remember you wearing a Padres hat.
Oh, man.
I don't think I remember you seeing you wear a Phillies hat.
That's the one he had on that he ducked out like.
I went, you literally go like,
Oh, that sure is hilarious. I've never seen you move so damn quick. Oh, man, you were out. Los was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I like this Cubbies hat. You want to borrow it when you go back to Chicago?
I might. I mean, I'll pull.
It's actually, this one's an adjustable. The other ones are fitted. And
I'll take the adjustable.
They wouldn't fit your.
I do want to buy a Wrigley Field hat, though. I told Will and the group I want to buy a Wrigley hat. But yeah, I'll wear a Cubs hat. If the Giants unload these young guys, I'll be wearing and rooting for the Cubs.
Giants unload their players. I'll tell you what. I am going all out. I'm going this. I'm going this. I'm going this. I'm gonna go. Heck, I'll even pull for John Fisher's team. man, if the Giants send these young kids back, man, you know, I am really
Which
digging
Well,
some of
you
these
know
sharp
which one.
hats.
You know which one would piss off the fan base the most.
This
You
is
should
a
send it.
Yeah.
this is a
Did
sharp
you see
hat.
him wear it the other day?
Yeah.
Did you see that, man? Somebody
Yes.
put it on Twitter and tried to you know, smack me.
What,
I just
what
blocked
would be your football hat to go to of another team
of another team?
that you like? You like their logo? I like the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins.
Yeah, I like
colors.
the Dolphins. The colors. I like this.
the aqua. teal
I would
color.
go.
The old school Houston Oilers.
Well, I go
Ooh.
the pack. I like the
Powder blue.
Packers. The Packers.
Big G.
Yeah, I would go.
Steelers. Can't go wrong with Steelers.
Steelers is that's
Yeah.
old school. It's clean.
I
I don't
would
like
go-
the Raiders, but that's a good logo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll tell you who I picked the other day or back in February for the Super Bowl. I got him at plus 2,100.
Who?
Houston.
Oh, the Texans.
Yeah.
Love their coach. Man,
Yeah.
that was a good run. That was a good run.
That was a
You
damn
went.
good one.
Did you go 14 for 4 or 13?
14.
14, man. I owe you dinner. Doggone it. Why did I make that bet? It's all right. We'll have a good dinner.
I got the Italian spot to go to too. Might as well make it Italian.
Oh, speaking of Dan, did you find out from Blue about coming down?
I didn't. I'll check with him tomorrow because I'm supposed to hear something this week.
Hopefully we can catch him before all the guys go back down.
Oh yeah, that's
I'll be
true.
pissed.
I would be really pissed. Yeah, you go up. Yeah. All right, man. So which hat you like better, Los? Which hat looks better? This one, these historical.
The
Or
hat
this one.
itself, or just like with your face and complexion.
The hat itself. Well.
The Cubs hat is clean. C for Carlos, so that's cool.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I like that New York hat. I do. I want to get a New York Giants
Yeah.
hat. An old school.
This is one of my favorites right now. Ooh, I didn't even take this thing out here. It's still in there. This one right here.
Washington hat.
I like the Nationals team. I just like young. I like all these young. That's why I'm liking the Giants again. I was not enjoying watching this old
Not at all.
team of people that are not part of the future. How do you get behind a
Right.
team when you got guys that are not
We'll be done
gonna
next
be
year.
there?
Yeah.
I mean, Ramos, Matos, Luciano have a chance to be here for 10 years. You know? So, yeah, will be. I am looking forward to my late night back and forth text with Will B when it comes to fantasy football.
Will B should get that Nationals hat for that fancy W. That's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
clean.
Yeah, there
And,
you go.
and he could do what I told you to do with the Detroit D
Right.
and then the A and an N. He could get the Nationals hat and put an I and an
Yeah.
L and L on it. That would be. Will, you out there? You hear that? Just gave
Yeah,
you an
he's right.
idea, bro.
He's right there. He says,
Los, you could do that with the Cubs hat.
Yeah. I won't do it with the Dodger hat. L, yeah, because they got the L.
Yeah, you don't want
does
that.
anybody have an L besides LA that starts?
It's a good question. In any sport, the Lakers, but
Nobody wants to just have a hat with the L because the big loser sign.
yeah.
Yeah.
For a while that black White Sox hat was like all the
Well, that's
Everybody-
that's the hoodie.
Celebrities, a lot of
Going a lot of the
hip hop artists.
yeah, I see it. I see a lot of it. I see a lot of that one running around. I saw it one yesterday. Someone wearing a Sox hat.
It's a good looking hat.
This Brewers hat's pretty. I like the back on some of these hats. Some of them have the logo, but that one is kind of cool. Brewers. Mets. Oh, don't you love the Mets?
That's fitted, right?
Yeah, these are fit. I like that. I like the Mets logo. They're actually, we call them the Mets, but they're the Metropolitans, and the A's are the Athletics.
Cryptic.
Right?
Easy. Cube used to wear a Sox hat.
You know, the A's are very different because like there's a lot of blue, there's a lot of red, but that green and yellow, man, like that's the only team that comes to mind for green and yellow are the A's and the Seattle Supersonics.
You know this hat, when I first looked at it, I did not see in the logo. Do you see it, Los? What do you see when you see that logo right there?
I see a ball and a mitt.
Okay, that's what all I saw. Look closer.
There's something in the. What is that? Oh, there's what are those, bats?
No, it's an M, and then the B.
The what?
The
M
B.
and the B for Milwaukee.
The B is crooked.
Oh, wow!
Isn't that cool?
Wow,
That's what made me
cool.
buy it, because I first saw it. I go, it's just a stupid glove and a ball. But that's a pretty clever logo. Whoever designed that got the M and the B to look like fit into a glove with the ball. I thought that's pretty ingenious.
That is cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, Will, I'm looking forward to our late night trade discussions that go on for. Will and I are like, our trades don't just get consummated over a cup of coffee. It's like a week or two.
When is military history coming back on?
Oh my God, I had it the other day,
I
a
missed
couple of
it.
days ago. It's going to be a while before I have another one.
All right.
Yeah. What I like about Will's and I when you trade, he's like, he just very, I like this, but let me see how this goes for another week or so. And like, okay, I might do that. Then and he sticks with it. So, yeah, we had some good trades, but I don't know what my favorite trade of the year was. Probably getting rid of Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs.
There we go.
Hey, I just
There
upgraded
we
us
go.
to a nice steakhouse now in downtown Phoenix. I was trying to go light on you with an Italian meal, but that comment and that
That's
trade,
funny.
yeah,
Nah.
that trade, Steakhouse 44, $80
Yeah.
for a ribeye.
Whew.
Do you think we should maybe change up the rules this year in fantasy football and go with where we
Limit trades.
no. Where we play where we can make it a points based on the standings, not head to head, but just points. Is there a way to do that? Points for the week.
That's hard to do. That's hard to do for football, but you can look into it.
Like, I don't know how you could do it because it
I
sucks.
heard
when
it's not very good for football.
It's not like if somebody wins 185 to 180 and then someone else wins with 88 points, and it's like
Because you're not facing up anyone. You're just, it's like it is
Yeah.
here. You're just,
I got 30 minutes to trade Montes or trade for him.
trade for him.
Well, not trade for him. I'm sorry, pick him up. He's on waivers. I'll pick him up and he'll go 0 for 4 tomorrow. I know it.
He's on waivers.
He's out
Well,
there.
who do you got that you can drop?
Chorio, Rooker, Riley Green, Jordan Alvarez are my outfielders. I prefer
Oh, I drop
Chorio.
Rooker,
I dropped Churio.
You drop
Churio or Rooker, Churio
I
or
drop-
Rooker. I don't know.
Rooker's pretty solid, man.
Do you have to?
I also have Kowser of Baltimore.
Do you have to buy them, or is it? Are you buying them on waivers? Is it most money, or is it slots? Or
No.
who gets? What if more people put in for him?
No, I can. He's out there. If I grab him right now, he's fine.
Oh,
I
before
got-
12. Oh, I see. You can grab him before 12. Hopefully,
Yeah,
nobody
after 12, then I can get him, but he won't play tomorrow. I want him against that Rockies guy that has a 6.7 ERA or something.
Well, who's in the league that's watching this show? Anybody that might be watching our show from the league?
No. I also got Cowser from Baltimore. I like him. But
Swap him then.
He's been struggling lately.
I'd hang on to him though, because he's gonna pop again.
God, Chorio's got so much.
Churio hasn't been doing anything.
But yeah, I'm with you, Eric. He's really struggling.
Churio is the shortstop for the.
No, he's the Brewer. You got him on your head. The kid.
I know he's with the Brewers. I thought he was the shortstop.
No, he's an outfielder.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy that already got.
Oh, that's right. They got
8 years and
short.
$80 million, and he hasn't even played a game. Yeah,
he hasn't played a game.
No, he got his contract before he played a game of baseball.
Oh, okay.
At the big league level,
and he's struggling, big time. What's he hitting?
205, 210. It's just a lot of 0 for 4s, a lot of 0 for 5s, swinging at a lot of bad pitches.
Oh, he might get resent down and just get him turned.
He can't get sit down, can he? With that big contract?
Sure, he can.
If I drop Chorio and Farhan drops Matos, then it just got personal, and I will be going to visit him next time I go to the Bay Area. I'll go visit him. Say hello.
Who do you want to keep? Who's better, Rooker? Rooker's a big power hitter for the A's, kind of.
Rooker's good. Jordan Alvarez has been struggling, but I can't drop him.
Oh, you can't drop Jordan Alvarez. He's come. The Astros are starting to play better ball.
4 every night. Yeah, and my best hitter, Trey Turner, is out for 6 weeks.
Churio was 2 for 3 today, says Mike.
Who?
Churio.
Yeah, I know. He had a good day today. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait. I gotta wait to see how Matos.
Oh, Matos is gonna get swooped up by somebody else then. How's he still out there?
People don't believe that he's gonna either stay up or that he can maintain this kind of stats. I mean, it has only been 2 or 3 games. Man, I could have used those 11 RBIs.
Yeah, I hear you.
Wow. Man.
All right. Hey, we're almost 3 hours, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm out. All right. Tomorrow, we're going evening or day?
Let's go evening.
All right. 8. Let's do
8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8, and then we'll I don't like doing long ones on Sundays.
Fair enough.
It's just kind of I like doing them in the day and Sunday. I like my Sunday nights, but shoot.
Yeah, do it in the day. Do it during the game. Do it during Get it.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know
Sunday.
that hasn't been done in probably in a long time. Do it like in the 8th inning, and you. Can
we did it Friday. We did it Friday night.
Oh, you did that? Okay.
Let's do it at 3. Let's do it at 3. 3 o'clock, and we'll end it around 4.
Sounds good.
Because the game will be late. Yeah, we'll just talk through the game. 3 o'clock tomorrow, guys. Live. Go ahead and put the thumbnail out later tonight. Just put live in game.
Jim, don't ask for that. He will show you his record collection. He will show you. He has one too.
Yeah, Sunday. Let's. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go to Costco tomorrow. Yeah. I can go to Costco tomorrow and watch the game, and we'll be over. Started at 3, and then Costco closes at 5:30. I think 6 on Sundays, right?
I have no idea.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock game. Yeah, and then if I got to leave, I'll get out and yeah, let's do it. 3 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see you guys. Have a great night, everybody.
See ya. Woo!
Thanks.